I'd be okay with him dying. I don't want him to die.
Yeah.
But he is a piece of shit, though.
Yeah, I honestly, for the longest time, like, yeah. I don't know. I'm becoming more fond of Nasira, but initially, she was just kind of like Otto. It was just more of an experiment, just playing around, having fun.
Alright, looks like...
Now otherwise.
I think I'm just missing Nasira from Roll20.
So,
Oh yeah,
it'd be
sorry.
so interesting to see what the world would be like if Otto never left the Grey Wanderers.
Yeah.
I don't miss Otto. I miss Romty.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's fair.
Oh. don't miss Romty. Ugh.
I loved
I
I loved my random once a day try to scare the enemy with the DC 10 so that every now and then when it actually worked it was epic.
I remember the collective moment when we all realized it could speak English if it wanted to.
Yeah.
Just didn't want to.
And now you have your once a day confusion that doesn't work.
Suggestion.
Suggestion, yeah.
Or suggestion.
Yeah.
There's one there, so.
I've only ever had one opportunity that had a good chance that I ever used it. And it was against like some of those human knights that we encountered just before we saved oh gosh, what were their names? Anyway, I don't know. There was one time where I like had actually a good situation and a good target, and they weren't like resistant to charms or whatever, and but he still saved. But it was like, hey, this one's actually like a place to use it. The other times I keep trying to make it fit, and it doesn't really fit. And so.
Alright. Well, I believe we are ready to get going. Apologies for being a little late. I have Eldwin as the previous scribe. Looks like Robert, you would be next in line if you want to scribe.
I'm good with it.
Okay. So, Robert is the scribe this week. And Eldwin, can you give us a recap of the events of last time?
Sure thing. So last time session began on the 42nd of summer at around 2:45. We collected ourselves and tried to heal up as much as we could without making a proper rest. After that, Nasira opened the door to the room and poked her head out to check the hallway. She was spotted by like half horseman looking devil called an Ouroboros. The Ouroboros downed several of our party when Aurora managed to use her sneak attack to knock out the devil. Everyone was then quickly revived, and Robert and Aurora managed to finish off the devil. Like we tried to rest in the barrels again to recover from the latest battle when a powerful Aranyes investigates the room, but thankfully we were not spotted. Aurora goes by herself to check out if Robert's crashed ship would be safe to rest at. She makes it to the ship and finds that Captain Norvo is still at the ship. Eldon attempts to teleport everyone else to the ship, and while the magic did bring them to the ship, the magic forces did batter the group during the travel. Orvo sees us and Nasira and them when we arrive, and Nasira tries to charm him with a spell, but it doesn't work because of his nature. He asks how we found him and why we were on his ship. While speaking with Orvo, we notice how he feels more sane or put together than before. Aurora mentioned that his condition reminded her of revenants that she had seen and heard of. Orvo agrees to let us stay at the ship and rest while we think of a way to stop the devils from shooting down the ships. And at Nasira's behest, she pesters the rest of the party to fix the ship's bath and turn the power back on. And that's where we left off.
All right. I think didn't we figure it out, and you guys were enjoying your bath.
Yes.
I think we just fixed it.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So it is the 42nd of summer at 3:35, according to my calendar here. You were in the ship, enjoying the baths that you had just fixed up. I just realized I need to grab a map. So if you guys want, you could do some RP. I just need a moment. I'll be right. I'll be here. I just need to move
Okay.
some stuff.
So I have a question. Who the fuck was he? The those Captain Revenant thing.
The bastard that tried to kill me.
That doesn't help me.
I used to work for him, if that
But
helps.
sure, let's go with that. So a Revenant you worked for tried to kill you.
Well, he wasn't a revenant before, whatever that is.
It's like,
Okay, can someone else explain it, please?
Well,
like
Robert
you
knows
want
the
us to
best.
just to explain his backstory?
I'm fucking confused. Why the fuck you talking to a Revenant?
Okay, so
And
when
you're
we
saying
visited,
stuff like he
when
was-
we
Yeah,
when
go
we
ahead.
when we encountered this ship once before, the day we met Robert, in fact, the captain was here, but he was far less amenable, and he wasn't quite as undead as he is now. Then there was something wrong with him then, but he's definitely changed since then. But that's how we had previously encountered him. He battled us and then ran away instead of facing us to the end.
So, you came back as a Revenant, you fought him, and then next time you see him, which would be just a few moments ago, or a few minutes ago, whatever it was. This bathroom
No,
is really nice.
Now he's a revenant. He was
now
not a
more
revenant
sane.
he was not a revenant when we encountered him, or whatever similarities to revenants he now has.
Last I checked, he was still alive 10 years ago.
I mean, to be fair,
Okay, so he
10 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Well,
was
that's
alive
rich coming from you,
as
Hanri.
dead.
Andre's just a
Damn.
baby. He's a baby elf.
I'm just too young.
So
Well,
what if
no
he's
fault
lived
that
like
rank.
5 times
So-
anyone else here?
No, that's not true. I think Aurora's older than me.
Oh yeah, Aurora
Yeah.
probably is.
Yes. I am some age. I'd say,
The lady
I'm
never
doing
tells.
200 I am currently 204.
Alright, so you all enjoy your bath, bathing in the warm water. And I think if you want, you would be able to take another short rest. Those of you who need healing.
I have already used all my hit die.
Gotcha.
I haven't.
I'll put in my tech sheet.
Plus, I did use some Psion. Oh wait, no. I'm not a fighter. Psion dice come back on long rest. That's right.
Does
My
Dosha
character
have any
sheet
hit die
sounds
left?
I don't know.
Says he has 1 level of exhaustion. Just curious.
I believe that is inherently untrue.
I thought he
Ah.
didn't he go down?
Because I remember.
he
No,
went
he
down.
definitely has more than one.
Oh.
Oh,
Because
that's
I
what you
remember
mean.
distinctly healing him and then him immediately getting knocked down again at one point.
Yeah. And I
Oh,
know
yeah.
and I know Nasira has bandaged him each time we've taken a short rest as well.
I think he has 3.
So, No, I think he only has 2. He went down once when we were fighting the Bone Devils. Then he went down once when we were fighting the other dude.
Did he
He went
feel
down
the same
twice
with the
while
lava
fighting the other
that
dude.
went?
Was it twice?
that-
Yeah, he's got 3 levels, my dude.
Damn.
Alright. I guess it just didn't get updated.
I thought.
So he's pretty out of it at this point. He could definitely use some days off.
Poor Dosha.
Bloody, tag.
Yeah, your other guy. Voli, I don't think you've been using him, so he's still pretty healthy.
He's been training. We're trying to get him to be less squishy.
Yeah, we hadn't been using him because you had the rule that we couldn't use him.
So he's just kind of hanging out on the ship. Alright, well, you do have time, as I said, to do another short rest as you are getting closer to the evening and possibly a long rest.
I'll take this time to radio back to the ensign, telling him that we're going to lick our wounds and then head back in tomorrow.
Who are you telling? Your captain?
No, the ensign? The radio that they lent us?
I think he's telling me.
Oh,
yeah.
you're, okay. I see. He says,
Over.
You would reply, alright, just let us know if you need any help getting out of there. We'll stay close to the radio in case you need an emergency evacuation.
Big
Says,
Helldiver style, baby.
some of our people also have something that might be useful for you once you get back. But we'll let you know once you're back over here and safe.
Alright.
Alright, so time is passing.
Cryptic.
Do you mind double checking if you're sharing the compendium? Because I realize I have to swap out Silvery Barb still.
Yeah, let me take a look. I'm not, so let me share that. Alright, it should be shared now. Or soon when it finishes saving. Yeah, it should be shared now. Alright, so like I said, time's passing. You're all sort of, or some of you anyway, are relaxing in the baths, enjoying the hot water. There's a bit of, well, actually the air in here is pretty hot due to the holes in the side of the ship and a bunch of the hellish air from outside coming in from all the lava and such. Does anyone want to do anything while time is passing? Again, just let me know.
Does the ship have working artillery?
It does, but, well, last you had checked, there wasn't any ammunition left for any of it. Because the ship had kind of been stranded here for a while, and yeah, they hadn't been able to recharge any of the guns or anything.
Oh, let's try it.
This is more of a party. You notice something. When the Royal is taking a bath, she has a bra and panties on, like just under her clothes, take off of me. There's a giant scar across her chest.
We could be
Just want to say that.
Wait, what did you say, Mary?
I mean, like someone.
Oh my- I said we're Scar twins.
Yeah.
Scar
No,
twinsies.
Scar like not a Scar like a lightning bolt. Scar as a Aurora got donuted. The Scar.
She got what?
Donut,
Donut.
like
She
punched
became a
hole
donut.
through.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like she suffered a nasty hit at some point.
Yeah. So same with Nasira. Yeah.
Alright, well,
Yeah. You know.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Nasira hides her scar most of the time when she's veiled, but yeah.
go ahead and spend food, unless the group has a way to feed itself. It'd be one,
Feeding? What's that?
like, magic.
I think I have
No, I
food
was
in
making a
my
joke because the war doesn't need to
inventory.
eat.
Yeah, well, I was talking to the people that do need to eat.
Us peasants.
Which,
Okay, I do have rations.
Don't
Okay,
blame me
phew.
that I was reborn.
Yeah, I assume everyone has food. Let me know if you don't. Alright, so... Yeah, Dosha is pretty tired, maybe even a little sick from all the abuse he's taken, so he's just kind of passed out. I'll say in like the kitchen, or the old kitchen area, which has now been cleared out. It's getting late. As you're getting ready to turn in, say, Voli would approach Nasira and say, I know you and I haven't always seen eye to eye, Nasira, but I want you to know that I do very much respect you, in case that wasn't clear.
What do you want?
So it's just my my attempts to whip you, to inspire strength in you, seem to be unappreciated. So I just wanted to talk about that. If it bothers you, I can try to do it less.
Well, it was unexpected, unannounced when initially first experienced, so you can, of course, understand why my reaction was to lash back.
So yes, I'm sort of used to commanding less obedient troops back when I worked for my family. So I still kind of remember some of those tactics, and they do seem to be effective even for those of you who are more more disciplined. But I was not meaning to upset you, is all I'm saying.
I understand now, of course.
Excellent.
Bygones.
Indeed. He says, and even though you are not an elf, I thought maybe you would appreciate a nice glass of wine. He pulls out a bottle.
I would most certainly.
Let's call it a peace offering. I've been carrying my own private stash for a while now. Haven't been drinking it much as we've been quite busy, but I figured it might break if I don't drink it soon, as I seem to be getting myself in very dangerous scenarios. Or, I might die. Both would be bad.
I think you're getting some help in that, in getting yourself into those dangerous scenarios, so... Not, the blame isn't solely with you.
He says, yes, well, I'm the one who chooses to travel with you suicidal people. Though, I do owe you. After all, you could have very easily accepted my sister's offer and killed me. Who knows where you'd be these days if you had.
You were more interesting than your sister, and despite her wealth and resources, have more to offer in combat and then in our mission.
He says, well, thank you. It's very kind of you to say. And for what it's worth, you seem more interested than your wayward boyfriend who's shacked up with some other lady.
He's not my boyfriend. We ended that long ago. We were merely each other's first loves. Childhood sweetheart. We grew up together. We were both lost our original families in the same natural disaster that orphaned us and taken in by the same monastery.
I see. Do you know what you're going to do about him? He could be a danger to us after all.
I think that we've given him adequate glimpse into our mission and our ways and our unbelievable encounters that they perhaps believe us, at least to some extent more than they did before. And I think the seeds of doubt were already there in their minds about whether the Steel Shadow were all that they believed them to be. And so our words and the experiences we've offered them have at least maybe helped perhaps cause those seeds to grow.
He has seen much of our crazy antics now, hasn't he? Him and his girlfriend. I don't know if it was a good idea. Go ahead.
Revesp, I must admit, although I was hesitant at first, I admit that he seems to be an intelligent one. More intelligent than I remember him to some degree.
Well, I don't know how good an idea it was to leave him with our camp. Hopefully they can keep an eye on him. It says, do you mind if I use the hot tub? Might as well boil a bit while I drink my alcohol. I guess you would be in a hot tub now, and he would come in to join you. Alright. Anyone else, as I said, doing anything, just let me know. So the actually, hang on.
I'm just looking after Dosha, the only other morally straight person here.
Yeah.
You know, I would take offense to that, but you're right.
You used to be, you've been waning a bit.
He's straggling that middle line. So,
quick question, DM. This is for you. The DM question, not in-game question. I put several bobs from a feat, and the only reason why I chose that feat is several bobs. Would I have to choose another spell from that feat, or can I just change the feat?
Is that, what else does the feat give you?
It's Fate Touched.
It gives you a free casting of Misty Step once a day and a +1 to one of your spell casting modifier score.
And then your choice of a first level spell.
So you don't want a different first level spell?
Well, it's a very limited spell list.
It has to be like enchantment or illusion, I think.
No, I think it's divination.
Divination.
Is it? Oh, that's right. The Shadow
divination.
Step and the Shadow Touch
Shadow Step is a
have like different.
Yeah, that's
rules
fine.
you have to choose from. Yeah.
You can choose a different feat.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Alright, so it's getting late. You're all getting ready to bed down. When suddenly...
Oh no.
Oh no.
Why?
Captain Orvo would come out of his room and say, Wanderers, we might have a problem. He says there are fire lizard creatures approaching the ship. I worry if they get inside, they might start fires within. I would much rather you directly confront them outside. I know this gives up the element of surprise, but again, I don't want the ship to catch fire.
Are you planning on helping?
He says, well, I don't know why they're here, but I suppose I can help.
Or are they salamanders? Or yeah, that's what they're called, right? Salamanders.
Yeah.
Because I believe so. They, as I said, look like some kind of fire lizard creatures.
Do they look like the smaller, more basic ones, or do they look very menacing?
Well, they look humanoid-sized. I don't know much about fire lizards, but I think we
Neither do
should,
I.
as I said, definitely approach and possibly drive them back before they get to the ship.
What kind of numbers are you seeing?
He says, I spotted 4. So not
Okay.
too many.
You know what? Anvir, maybe we can talk to them with your translator thingy. Maybe they're after the salamander in the keep.
I think we tried that on the elementals before and it didn't work, but I like your optimism.
Oh, is it the same language? I don't know. I don't speak fire elemental.
Most of these
We'll
fiery
find
creatures
out.
speak Ignan. It is a
So-
dialect of Primordial.
So you are going to quickly head out to try to get to them before they
Are
get
we in
inside.
any state to take on 4 salamanders?
I actually
Robert
have
is.
more spell slots. That I actually like was holding on to like some of my bigger things. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, Nasira's good to go after the short rest. And she's got 1 level of exhaust. Or does she? She's not marked. Did we sleep?
I am
No.
very
Sleep.
wounded though.
Say what?
No, there was
No.
no sleep. So if
Okay.
you still have exhaustion, you'd still have it.
I think that she has exhaustion,
I think you just have like
but only 1.
A level. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
not-
She's
that's
not
not-
nearly looking nearly as bad as the rest of you.
I think you had 1, Dosha had 3, the rest of us except for Aurora had 2, and Aurora had none.
Yeah. And it was like
That's
one
incorrect.
session-
I only have 1.
Yeah, and like with the one session, like I was following old rules for exhaustion, and then like still in the same combat next session, Lou's like, "Oh no, it's this now." So yeah, but and that's why I remember pretty clearly that she had the 1 level.
Yeah.
Who is anyone interested in playing Voli? Your NPC hireling.
I'll do it.
All right, so Anvir.
I might even have
And
control of them still. I
actually-
don't know.
Give me a. Who was it that asked the captain to fight?
That was me.
Give me
Yeah,
Give me a persuasion.
I was gonna.
Oh yeah.
If
I'm the
Andre hadn't
best
said it, I
person
was
for this.
gonna, in case we want to do any more persuading.
We'll see how this goes.
14.
So 40
He says.
With my 2 levels exhaustion.
It's very hot out there. Might mess with my abilities. I think you guys should handle this.
I
Getting
think that
cold
you
feet,
should
Orvo.
join us in the interest of our new alliance to build trust.
Give me another
What?
persuasion. Both of you.
Oh my word.
Just like the good old days, remember? Hold on.
That would be
Where's the-
-2 as well, so a 10.
Yeah.
Says,
Oh,
I
I rolled
remember
well.
you stealing a bunch of the treasure and then trying to mute me. But I
Hey.
guess if they were
We're both pirates here, okay?
I suppose if they were to burn you to a crisp, it would make defending the ship much harder. Very well, I'll join you. Now I have to give him stats, so give me a sec.
Are
Don't
we-
forget how you came upon this ship, remember?
Are we leaving Dosha behind since he's in such bad shape? And we're taking
Yeah,
Volu?
that-
Yeah. Okay.
I
I
think
assume
that's-
so. If he really
Yeah.
has that much exhaustion.
Yeah, I am fairly confident he's at
Yeah, it was
40
pretty
at the
bad.
moment. At least.
I don't think I ever got a picture of this guy. Oh well.
I think you did. I think it was just a normal.
I think it was just a generic GIF.
Yeah, I think it was.
Well, at least on a sheet, he just has the shrouded picture. Now I feel like I should go find a picture for him. But there's no time for that, so I'll just get
Did you say? Yeah.
stats.
Generic guess.
I love how, like, the second you said I have to make stats for him, everything unfolded. It's like, yeah, crap, I don't have stats for him. Roll for it.
All right, let's all just roll 3d6 down the line.
Do we have any protection potions that might assist us against flame?
No.
Okay.
We asked this like maybe 2 sessions ago.
Yeah, very good.
I think we asked as we were coming in here because it was a fiery hellhole.
Yeah. I just
I mean, you're
worry
a
about
cleric.
I worry about the effectiveness of my attacks, since I do fight barehanded.
Would you like a gun?
I may need to buy new boomerangs after this fight, but I'd rather stick
You're
with.
about to say gun there.
No, I mean, I was thinking about, like, well, I was about to say I'd rather just keep to my boomerangs, and then I'm like, well, actually, since they're made of wood, I might need to buy new ones after this fight.
Okay, I don't think I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Aurora use her gun once.
Well, the magic one wouldn't burn.
Right, of course, but the other 4, the normal ones, yeah.
Yeah, the
remember-
normal ones.
Because once I hit, they don't come back to me, so, you know, I don't have very many throws per combat before, unless I can go run around the battlefield and get them, which I sometimes can, but other times they're blocked, you know.
Oh wait, you guys took his pistol, didn't you?
Oh yeah, the +2 matchlock.
Alright, so he doesn't have that weapon. He just has his.
We gave it to the storm giant.
Oh,
'Cause I
Captain,
was
are you
like-
still
I
proficient
was-
in firearms? I can lend you one of my guns.
It says yes. My pistol seemingly disappeared from my room after the fight. It was very strange.
Oh, we didn't find
Yeah,
it in his room, I
gee.
don't think. I think we found it on a crate on the cabin, on like the top deck.
Yeah,
no,
I
you found
hand
it.
him
I'm
over.
pretty sure you found it in his room.
I might
Wow.
be misremembering. That's fair.
All right,
I
what
lend him my
gun-
revolver.
a revolver. All right. What's the damage on
Yeah.
that?
It's 2d8.
2d8.
I only give him. I give him 2 clips.
Is that 12 bullets? All right.
12 bullets.
What's the range on a revolver?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's. I don't remember. Let me look it up. It is 4120.
Okay. He's not very high level, but he's got some other stuff.
And we just gave him a gun.
What's he says?
I mean, at the
2d8
very least, you can
damage.
stay in the back line and
Yeah,
get
2d8 piercing.
get a few shots in, yeah.
And that's piercing, I believe.
I would assume so.
Or it's rubber bullets and it's bludgeoning.
It actually does thunder damage.
Thunder pistol. Alright, Captain Orvo. I need to change his picture. Because he doesn't actually look like this, but I'll stick him in the group. And who would like to play Captain Orvo?
I feel like Robert's the most fitting choice. Yeah.
You said Robert?
Yeah,
Okay.
pirate playing a pirate.
Yar.
A pistol wielding pirate playing a pistol wielding pirate.
Exactly, let's go. Wait, no, I'm holding an assault rifle.
It's like you've got a type.
Alright, like I said, I gotta change the picture, but he doesn't look that undead. So he is going to.
That's a revenant.
Yeah. So he is going to join you out on the battlefield.
He also looks more Githyanki.
He fucking sucks.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
level 3.
He's something happened that he has lost some of his fighting ability from what he
Can I-
was.
Can I borrow your bow, Dosha?
Dosha's passed out, so you can take whatever you
Okay,
want.
I'm gonna borrow Dosha's. Dosha's, but I can't speak. I'm gonna borrow his bow, and I see that we have some arrows +1 in the bag of holding, so I'm gonna grab those, just for options.
Alright,
I
so
think the
you-
stats on Volley's sheet is wrong.
Why?
Well, because it says here that he has +4 to his damage rolls, but he has +5 strength. And it says here +2 damage to damage rolls for the whip.
He might
Whip is
need
dex.
to have that upgraded then.
Yeah, because I think he's using Dex instead of Strength for the whip.
Yeah. that might be
Eldwin,
it.
do you have any of these arrows?
And the
This one?
numbers just seem off, because he should be... Challenge... Yeah. Because the hit's right, just the damage is wrong, I think. Because his proficiency bonus, I think, is 4.
Yeah.
Is Dosha's bow a longbow or a short bow?
It's a short.
Short.
Okay.
It's a +1 short bow, I believe.
Oh, is it? Oh, cool. Okay. Then good. I
Yeah.
won't get it burned up.
I think he's got +1 arrows there as well. He might.
Yeah,
you,
that's what I was gonna say.
You
I
should
just took
be.
the-
You
Okay.
should be able to edit Volley's stats if you want to fix that.
Yeah. I'll do that now.
Eldwin, there's some +1 arrows in the bag of holding. Do you want some of these?
I don't use arrows.
Oh, for some reason I thought you occasionally pull out a bow. Oh, my bad. But yeah, you're much better in melee. All right, then I'm just gonna take these just for extra options because I don't know how effective my unarmed stuff is gonna be. I may not use this stuff at all. I just wanted to make sure I had it.
Alright, so the group gathers their things, trying to move quickly, making their way down and out of the ship towards where the salamanders are approaching from. Give me a moment to do your tokens. Don't know why it does that.
God, Roll20 keeps breaking my sheets. They don't open.
Anvir, you are very low on health.
Yes, I am.
Did you guys
I
get
am
healing
very,
potions?
very aware.
Oh,
I have...
I can heal you again because we just took another rest.
Please, God.
You do have some time as you're running out there. You have a couple of rounds
Yeah.
if you want to throw down some healings or do some potions.
Who?
Just let me know now before we get outside.
Yeah, all good. Let me first get my healing so I know what I'm at. Okay. Who of us looks the most banged up right now because I can't see our tokens?
Probably
Everybody-
you.
Yeah, everybody just whisper on your health. Since he's
Well, no, I don't have medicine. That
Oh,
would
you
be
don't have
you.
medicine anymore. Oh, never mind.
I
Yeah.
never had medicine.
At least if your token is telling the truth, I think you're the most wounded.
That would make sense potentially, but
I'm also gonna take a healer kit out of my backpack and add it to my belt because I only have one charge left from the previous one. That puts me down to 6 kits and 11 uses on my belt.
well,
Did you say you
Like,
were healing Anvir, Nasira?
Yeah, it's in
I
chat.
did do that.
Oh, okay.
Does anyone else still look significantly wounded? Besides exhaustion?
I think everyone else has 1 level of wound. Anvir had 3.
Okay, alright.
Oh my, yeah.
Everyone except for I'm pretty sure was
A sneeze would have killed me.
fine with the dead.
Alright,
Nice.
so
Did you
you
draw a
run.
I'll
Did
also
you
just do
draw
a
our
quick
tokens, or... Oh, should we be seeing anything is I guess what I'm trying to ask.
No, I haven't put the tokens
Okay.
on because I wasn't
Oh,
sure
okay.
if anyone else was still doing stuff.
Gotcha.
I will just quickly pump a second level cure wounds into myself as we're going.
Alright,
And I'll cast light on myself.
okay. So, casting lights.
Oh. Healing spells are actually good now.
Hey, I'm at 1 level of wound now.
Actually, there is light out here, just FYI.
Oh, there is. Then never mind.
Yeah,
Everything's on fire. There is light.
it's dark, but the sky of the astral plane is lit up. Alright, so you come running down outside the, or running through one of the holes in the side of the ship, down towards the, kind of the wastes as the salamanders approach.
On the off chance it does anything, I do pull out the translation cube.
They seem kind of surprised as you rush forward, and one of them is going to yell something in Ignan, but once again, the translator does not seem to understand it.
Rip off.
Well, we tried. You don't have to speak Ignan by chance, do you, Orvo?
Orvo says no. I speak Ignan. So the one in front, who seems like he is burning with a white fire, while the others are burning with a red fire, is going to push his trident out towards you and yell something angrily. Give me initiative rolls.
That's for myself.
What if I, just don't, though? I was being a dick.
Oh,
Am I supposed to be whispering Orvo's?
Oh no, you might need to set him to not whisper, because I think all the sheets whisper by default.
I actually rolled decent initiative for once.
Alright, so you're not sure what they're saying, but they seem hostile.
Hang on, I haven't.
First
Sorry, I
act.
haven't rolled yet.
Oh, make sure you roll for your NPCs too, those of you doing your NPCs.
Here we go. Whisper toggle.
Okay, I was accidentally whispering, but it did show up on the turn order, so I guess.
Fucking hell, 812.
And I'm trying to get.
Oh, and I'll give the NPCs token macros just to make it a little easier. I think they both have them, actually. Alright, so... actually, as you are approaching, or as they are approaching aggressively, the one in front will yell, "Allies of the devils, you will pay," in common. Robert, you are the first to act. What are you gonna do?
Are we allied with any devils? Am I
Yeah.
forgetting something?
Last I checked, we weren't allied with any devils. Gods and angels.
I love that you have to ask.
Missed
like,
a lot of
what?
questions, guys.
Give
We saw
me-
one of your kind in the keep. If that's what you're after.
give me a persuasion.
Sure thing. Can I add my commanding presence?
Sure. So that's a superiority die.
Ooh!
26.
Alright. And what about for your action?
I'll hold a single rifle shot.
Alright,
In
so
case they
you
attack.
ready a shot if they attack?
Yes.
Alright, Nasira.
Which one did the speaking?
This one out front. I guess
And
the
it
one
spoke
that-
in what language again?
It spoke in. Here, actually, I have
Ignan
a
or,
picture of him. It
Primordial?
seems like there's. Well, it spoke in Ignan first, but when it just yelled, it spoke in Common.
It did. Okay, I wasn't sure if we'd heard it through the translator or if we'd heard it straight from him. So then, if he spoke in common, then I would just reiterate what Robert said. I'd move forward a little bit here, and I would just say, "We count no devils as friends. You are mistaken." And I would also hold a. Let's hold an arrow shot with Dosha's bow.
Okay.
Or ready.
Give me a sec.
If they
I do have a
do
picture.
anything hostile against any of us, it's my trigger.
So he would say, "You were seen entering there. You were seen entering the temple, and you ignored our people that tried to talk to you. Anvir, you would be next.
Yeah. I have choices. I will just walk up to here. And I don't know if it's worth me trying to talk, because I'm not particularly convincing.
Alright, so you just kind of step forward. Any actions?
I might just hold a Tola dead for if things start turning ugly.
Okay. So you also ready an action, a spell. What is the captain gonna do? One of the captains.
I think he's content with however things go down as long as his ship doesn't burn down, right?
Orvo does his spin of the barrel before. Actually, he hasn't used the revolver. Never mind. He uses a flintlock pistol. So he's just looking at this weapon like, wow, this is ingenious.
He'll probably just hold the shot also.
All right. Voli, I assume, is holding as well.
Yeah. So let me just confirm the range of his attack so I can see. Oh
He'll
god.
say,
He has very short range on these things.
Yeah. No, he's more of a close range fighter. He'll say.
He actually might try and persuade them because I think he has decent.
Oh, you're gonna tell him. You're gonna motion for him to go forward and talk.
Yeah, he's decently persuasive.
It's a fire lizard. What do you? Hello, good friends. You with the white fire. You seem like you are very angry. Perhaps we could split some wine and speak of things. Go ahead, give me a persuasion.
Isn't wine flammable?
Hey, maybe that means I'll like it even more.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. Alright, what about Eldwin? What's Eldwin doing? I think you guys all rolled better than the salamanders.
We did. I think it's just you rolled very poorly for those salamanders.
So you're all kind of readying shots.
I'll just say like I'll just say I was like, huh, an elemental speaking common. That's definitely a new one.
Okay.
And I will hold a mind sliver in case.
Alright, so you concentrate on Mind Sliver, and finally Aurora.
The two -1 charisma guys are like, yeah, we're just not gonna open our mouth.
Aurora just like spaces out for like a second and says, "Oh, that would be fucking useful," and starts reading in Ignan to them, to them.
You start speaking Ignan?
Wait, you know Ignan?
Yes, I do
Alright.
now. That's what I chose mine.
Oh, did you choose a feat that gave you...
Linguist.
Wangris, yes. Yes, I did.
Alright, so what are you saying to them?
I start speaking into them. Sorry, we did not know it was a warning. None of us could speak Indian, and I only found out that I could only a few seconds ago. So please, we do not mean any harm, and we did not take it in offense because we cannot understand.
Alright, so at this point, they are going to drop out of combat unless anyone else wants to attack. The larger one approaches, and he says, still with his weapon up, he's going to say, "So, then what are you doing here if you do not work with the devils?"
I'll step up also right here next to Nasira. True,
What
and
language
what
did you
language?
speak that in?
So he's not exactly non-hostile, but he's listening now.
Tentative.
Did he say that in common or Ignan?
He said that in Ignan back to Aurora.
Or okay.
So basically, you hear Aurora going like a parcel tonguing, and he starts hissing back at her with all these like crackling and hissing noises. Sounds like steam.
Excuse me, I speak parcel tongue. And Sarah speaks parcel tongue.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
Okay.
Imagine it sounds similar, just
Quick
with a lot
question.
more like phlegm.
Quick question, out of character because I forgot. What was the reason we came here?
Turn off big fireball thing in tower.
That shot down the ship.
I say that ship behind us was shot down. We were trying to deactivate, turn it off, so we can help out some friends of ours to leave without getting shot down.
Give me another persuasion check.
Nice.
Do. Hey,
Alright, so at this point, he is going to lower his weapon. He says that would make sense then. He says the thing that shot you down, it was a servant of ours that the devils have taken control of. He says, my apologies for the attack. He says, I am Ruji's Kar at your service.
You're gonna have to say that again.
yeah.
I don't think we can understand any of this anyway. We have to wait for Aurora.
He'll, seeing that you're all kind of looking baffled, he'll switch back to common.
Oh.
Yes,
Ruji's
okay,
Kar.
so
He says,
Almost looks like a dragon in that photo.
yeah, it does.
he looks a little bit different from the others. He says, so you've come to reclaim your ship, but you are worried that the elemental stalking this place will shoot it down again.
Correct.
Basically, yes.
He says, this island, this temple, it was the property of the salamanders and the elementals until the devils came and took it over. He says, we've been cast out using magics to banish us from our home. And we've been having to live within the surrounding caves and lava pools for quite some time. He says, we, as I said, were once allies with that large creature that shot your ship down, but the devils have taken control of it. He says, I'm actually surprised that they didn't come and raid your ship after they shot it down. The captain says, actually they did. Took a lot of the stuff, or at least some of it. He says that would make sense. So you've come to reclaim your ship then. Why go into the temple if all you want is your ship? It's right out here.
we
Well,
need to.
Yeah, you talk. You're more charismatic.
That's it. Well, we needed to get rid of whatever was causing the fireballs, and the ancient temple that we presumed was abandoned. I wanted to explore and see what treasure lies inside.
The temple was created long
Second
ago by our
thoughts.
goddess. It's filled with lava and fire. Generally, a place only a salamander or an elemental could exist. But devils are like us, and they saw an opportunity in grabbing this place and harnessing the powers of the elements within. They have been here for quite some time, and we've been unable to stand up to them because of their magics.
I have a question for you, Kar. If we were to reclaim your temple, is there anything you could give us to stop us from burning up inside?
This is the abilities of the salamander are not things we can easily grant to others. He says, I'm sorry, but there's not much I can do for you. I don't think he has any magic.
Would you
does he?
like to see?
I don't think they're spellcasters. No, they don't have any. Most their magical attacks are all like blasting with fire. They don't have any spells.
I was about to say, I think anything they can cast, we don't want cast on us.
Yeah, exactly. He says, I don't think there is much we can do to help you, but if you are interested in helping us, I think our queen would be willing to reward you for your efforts. She hides within the caves as we plot for a way to get inside and retake our temple.
Oh, why not? We're
Show us
already
the way?
here to do one mission. Might as well work on
Yeah.
this one.
It seems our goals align since you want the temple back and we want to stop those within the temple from firing upon us. Perhaps we should be allies.
Yes, as I said, I assumed you were working with the devils, but I apologize for the hostilities.
There are elementals that patrol within the temple. Are they also somehow?
No, I don't think they were patrolling. There was one locked up.
Yeah,
There was a
that's-
salamander locked up, but there was
Yeah.
some elementals patrolling, weren't there?
That was outside.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, there's just devils inside that you saw.
So
And the fallen, yeah.
there is a
fallen angel.
salamander. We did locate a room in which a salamander is confined within. Would it be to our benefit to release him? Should we reach that point again? Would he?
Do you have something we could show him so he knows don't blast us with fire?
He says, if you mention my name, he will most likely believe that you are with us. Ruji's Kar. Just tell him that you are working for the queen.
Very good.
Will do.
He says, I appreciate this. I am glad we did not end up fighting. It would have been detrimental.
We ourselves would prefer to avoid any further hostile encounters for a time in order to recoup some of the resources that we've spent and injuries that we incurred when we went into the temple last. Is it okay that we return to our ship for now with the intention of planning our return to the temple as soon as we are ready?
He says, of course. We shall leave your ship be now that we know that your enemies are like ours, the devils.
Very good.
He
Quick
says,
question, Mr. Carr.
of course.
Do you want us to make your cream before we go inside, or just go straight into that when that time comes?
What did you ask?
If he wants us to meet the cream first, or go inside pretty much right away as soon as we're ready.
If you wish to meet the queen and speak with her, I'm sure she would be fine with that. But if you wish to get the temple back, she would be even more grateful that we retrieved what is ours sooner rather than later. But you are welcomed within the caves, and he kind of points to an area northeast of here, a little ways away from the temple. He says that's where the queen and much of the salamanders and elementals are hiding for the moment.
Well, if you are unable to offer us any protections against the elemental dangers within, then I think perhaps leave us to our preparations, and we will come to see your queen when we have news to report.
Very well. This is good luck to all of you. We shall speak again soon.
I have one more question before you leave. So,
Yes.
would your cream be able to give us protection against the dangerous elements of inside?
That's what we already asked him.
Well, he asked if he could.
No, I asked if he could,
Oh.
not the queen.
Oh.
Let me see. What can his queen do?
Kill us horribly.
Well, I think he can manage that on his own.
Nah, we'd win, guys.
There'd be casualties.
I'd win.
He says the queen, she has some magics, but again, not for protection. It's more for the summoning and controlling of fire. I don't think that her abilities would be of much use to yours, and I would never ask her to use them, as, well, I am very much afraid of the queen. She is a bit unpredictable.
Right.
Noted. Maybe do good things before we meet Queen.
He says, yes,
Got
the
it.
raging fires, the chaos of flame, I believe, over the years has affected her as it affects some of us in our rage moments. Still, as I said, if you are able to get the temple back, I think she would appreciate and be more amenable to meeting you and giving you a reward, most likely. So with that, he says, good luck, and if you wish to come see us, some of us might have things to trade. I don't know what our supplies look like. I would have to speak with our quartermaster. And they start
Are you
basically
likely
start
to?
leaving.
Are you?
Sell the guns.
What are you saying, Mary?
Oh well, he mentioned that they have a quartermaster that would be happy to trade with us. I think I was going to ask, like, do you believe that any of your supplies would be of use to us prior to? Should yeah,
He
I
says
don't.
some of the things we've forged are fireproof, and we do have weaponry that summons flame to make it more effective. He says,
Then perhaps we should visit your people briefly as part of our preparations. But then we will, of course, seek the audience with your queen when we have good news for her.
Says the only issue I can see is that the devils are immune to fire like us, so adding flame
I was
to
gonna say that.
will do little against them.
I see.
But
All right, what does everyone think?
all right, so they're gonna leave.
Probably should.
I think
Probably
we should.
visit it.
Yeah, I think we should see what they
visit
have.
just in case.
Yeah.
Maybe like the armor might, if they have like flame resistant armor and stuff, that might be cool. But yeah, weaponry wise, I don't think they can help us too much.
Well, fire-based weapons could be useful in the future, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, in the future, but like then maybe we should wait until after we deal with the temple and they owe us favors and we can be like, hey, give us some money.
What time is it?
Yeah, I like that idea.
At this point, it would be about 11:35. You were about to turn in for the night.
Okay, so let's
Um,
let's go with him and visit his quartermaster, see what there is, because it might give us ideas. And then we're gonna go to bed and pass at least one rest anyway, right?
Wait, you want to go with him now?
Voli says, I feel like if things go poorly with the salamanders and they turn on us, that might be bad.
Do you think
Yeah.
that is likely when we're offering them help reclaiming their temple?
Says, I don't know. Those guys are spooky.
He did just say he's scared of how
Mary-
unpredictable his queen is.
I think we
That's
should
one
at
of
least
her
be
supporters.
rested
You know-
before we go there. That's just my my thought.
Okay.
I'm with that, but with me being the most undamaged and I don't need much sleep, I could go and see what they have and just inform me when I get back or when I
Nah.
wake up.
I don't. Don't
That
know.
sounds like a suicidal idea, Voli says. But, you know, you do you.
And to be fair, can any of you speak Indian?
It doesn't matter. The
You
elemental.
couldn't until 5 minutes ago.
He.
That
he
doesn't. Shit, alright.
That rock fell out of the sky and hit you on the head, and all of a sudden you spoke English.
Must have been some of his undead.
I don't
thing.
even. Yeah, that
Oh,
or
for
some
money.
lost memories coming back.
So at this
It's probably
point, the
the lost
captain
memories
is just
coming
gonna
back thing.
go back towards the ship. He's like, I'm out of
Wait.
here.
I take my revolver and ammo back.
He's like, maybe I should hold on to this. You never know.
No, no, no.
He sighs and just kind of twirls it and gives it back to you. All right, so
Become a permanent member of our group, and you can keep it.
yeah. So what?
No, no, I can't.
What does the group want to do?
I want to head back to the ship and take a long rest.
I second that motion.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so you head back to the ship. As you are climbing into the main room,
Oh god.
give me perception checks. You might notice something.
Opening up my character, she is taking 3 years.
Yeah, hold on. I think I have something I can. Okay, never mind. I don't.
I have advantage, so that is 26.
Alright, so I guess Anvir and Nasira, you would notice a couple of things seem out of place, and you hear some movement coming from behind the stairwell over here.
Okay.
I would like to put my finger up to my lips and like point that direction a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so as you point over there, a figure steps out from around the corner.
Oh,
It
God!
looks like some sort of devil. He has his hands up, and he says, evening, friends. Was hoping maybe I could, a little chat with you. He says, my name is Baraket. I'm a Cambion, and I heard you talking to the salamanders out there. Heard them give you a bit of a story, and heard you wanted to maybe team up with them. He says, my superiors sent me to maybe get you on our side. He says, I'm curious, is that something that's amenable to you? Or are you...
No.
Or are you pretty set on being our enemies?
You know, if I was solo, I would agree to that. But this is a godly man, so take it up with him.
He says, well,
Don't
that's
drag
why,
me into this! That's like good one, Robert.
well, that's why I came, to take it up with all of you.
What is on
And
offer?
what
Perhaps you need to
would
give
we
us more
gain?
information.
Yes.
He says, well, as you probably figured out, we've been having some problems with the elementals and salamanders for quite some time. And they're really hard to deal with because most of our magics involve fire. And, you know, obviously that's what they're made of. So, if you could maybe help us deal with that, we could maybe all learn to get along and, you know, be friends.
Friendship might not be adequate payment. Keep talking.
Says,
Yeah,
of course.
there's stories of devils granting powers. Is that
Says
the
that we
case here?
do. We absolutely can grant magics and powers and all sorts of things to mortals who are obedient. Says obviously you're a little bit of a step above normal mortals, as you seem to be quite powerful, taking down several of our more skilled devils.
See, were we powerful or were they just weak?
He says, oh no, the devils that you killed were quite powerful. One of them alone could probably destroy a whole human settlement with very little effort. He says, but in any case, what is it that you want? Because we have items of power, we have powers we can offer. He says all sorts of rewards could be given to those who are trustworthy and loyal.
Could we arrange for a cease on attacking ships?
He says, yes, that's easy enough. We weren't really planning on attacking the ship anyway. At least not yet. I think I can convince my people that you're mulling it over. He says, so out of curiosity, you came here to get this ship flying again. Is that correct? That's kind of what I heard from outside when you were speaking with the salamanders.
Sort of. We also want our other ships on the other island to not get shot down.
Oh, well, that's easy enough to arrange. Again, it'll have to be something we agree upon once you agree to work with us. But for now, I can agree to not attack you here while you think over what you wish to do. Because normally we would not give such a generous offer, but the salamanders become quite unruly and annoying for us to deal with. So my patron is willing to do this.
I would assume that with this being a devil, it would be an extremely high DC. But can I try and see if he's like bullcrapping us? If we try and do something for him, if he's just gonna immediately stab us in the back?
So he says, even though she gave me authority, let me use magic to communicate with her. Give me one moment. Do you mind if I cast a spell?
I'd prefer that you
Technically.
did not.
Says, well, I just want to make sure that she is amenable to agreeing to not attack your ship. I could say that she's not, but technically that would not be a deal brokered. I have to get her word on it to be able to give you a true statement.
Perhaps you could step outside and do your magic there.
Give me a persuasion. And yeah, you can give me a insight check if you want, Anvir.
Yeah, aren't devils like lawful?
Usually, yeah. Lawful evil, generally.
18 with everything.
Yeah, you think he's being honest. So he seems a little bit annoyed, but he says, if I must, I must. Give me a moment. He kind of moves through here, past you all to go towards the hole in the ship.
When he leaves, you said some stuff looked out of place. Was that just like because he had come through, or does it look like?
Yeah, you would guess like he probably just brushed up against some stuff. It was very subtle hints that someone had been here. He seems like he is pretty skilled in stealth, but luckily you managed to see through it.
When he goes outside, I would tell the others very, very quietly. I have no intention of signing a devil contract.
But I want the power.
Oh, you may sign it.
Fuck it.
I'd much rather you didn't.
Foley says, we can't sign different contracts. What are we going to do, fight with each other?
I won't be signing any contract.
I'm with Sarah on this. I do not want to sign a deal with the devil. Or a devil. Or a new devil.
If they believe we are considering it, then that buys us some time to prepare.
Robert sighs and goes, fine.
Well, it sounds like we can at least get a ceasefire for the evening, Orvo says, although we should probably keep our voices down. Who knows if any more of them are hiding around the ship.
As he says that, I establish the connection between all of us, and we can play the telephone game.
So
Robert seizes the connection with you. I'm right here.
Actually, also while he's gone, I'm going to. I've used my free version of it, so I'll just actually cast Detect Magic.
Alright. Nothing seems out of place. Everything magical is as you remember it. You don't think there's anything new here.
Just to be safe.
But the devil will come back a while later. And he says,
Any magic on him?
Yeah, he does have some magic on him. You would notice he has several auras coming from him. Looks like he has something in his pocket, and his weapon in his scabbard is magical. So he'll say, I've been given the go-ahead to allow you a day of respite to think about what it is that you are going to do. He says, and my queen is willing, or I guess he wouldn't say queen. He says my patron is willing to grant you power and items of power if you were to work for us. You would just need to come into the temple and speak with her.
One quick question: who is your Patreon?
My Patreon?
Yeah, we
Well,
want to know where we go to donate.
$5.99 subscription. Repeating. He says, I am not going to talk too much about her until we know you are friends. My apologies. But I can tell you she is a very powerful archdevil, working with another very powerful archdevil in the Hells, both of which would be valuable allies to you as travelers through the astral plane.
Yeah. Robert raises his hand. Like, I have a question.
He looks at you strangely. He says, why raise your hand? We're not in a classroom.
Yeah, my question is, if we make a deal, does that mean my future children will be Teflings?
No. I mean, unless
Oh,
that is
toughlings.
part of the... Unless that is part of the deal, you wish your offspring to be devil-blooded.
Okay, rumors, the Teflings are half devil, so I assume that if you made a contract with the devil, your children will be Teflings.
Says no. Those who are infernal blooded are usually the product of dalliances with my kind and mortals.
Quick question.
I'm being shot
You
as
cannot give us your patron's name, but is there any info you can give us about her so we can better consider your deal? Because you haven't given us much information. Not saying you came, but still.
Well, as I said, she can offer you power and items of power, which usually your kind seem to be very interested in. Most likely, she would be willing to be a patron as well, if any of you wish to sign over more than just your services. She can grant.
He just clutches his pendant.
She can grant some fairly powerful abilities to you through her magic.
Yeah, as he's saying this stuff, Robert just looks more and more intrigued.
Does
I'm just
Eldwin
looking
want to
up
say
on the
anything?
statue.
Just give Eldwin a chance because he hasn't said much. No.
I mean, I was kind of just letting things go because, again, -1 charisma. Don't want to say too much.
Well, there probably
Eldwin's
wouldn't
just
be a
being-
charisma check unless you actually, asked him for something or to do something.
He's just being propositioned by a devil while the statue of the saint is literally a stone throw.
It's true.
I understand that, but I know you said she can grant us power and wealth, fame, fortune, all that stuff. But how are we supposed to know that she can do that besides your word? Can you give us a little bit more? It may not be a lot, but something more?
Give me a persuasion check.
Open up the character sheet. Space. You. There we go.
He says, and what would you need to convince you of her power?
If you're not willing to give us a name, what about rank and devil hierarchy?
He says, well, let's see.
I think he said Archcell, right?
Yeah, he said she was an archdevil who serves an archdevil, which would make her very powerful. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm asking for the rank now.
She is here holding this temple with you in person, or you commune with her through some distance?
He says she is here, of course. Give me insight checks.
I love those -4 insight check.
22, not bad.
I'd step away. What are we inciting?
I just asked where the patron was here, and they said, of course, she's here with us, and then there was something we were possibly able to insight.
Still 16, mate. Still 16.
I know, I'm so
That's good.
sad.
So you don't sense that he's lying. So yeah, he kind of pauses for a moment, as if considering,
No,
and
not telling the full truth.
I didn't say that. I just said he's considering something. And he says, well, the fact that she is an archdevil should give you all the information you need. She is not to be trifled with.
Well,
Says
you
that
know us humans and our greed for power.
the Hells have a strategic interest in this temple being held. If you make yourself an enemy, you will face the wrath of the Hells.
So
And I
when we
don't-
go
I
into the
don't think
temple
you,
tomorrow,
you want that.
are you going to give us like a token for safe passage? Are you going to escort us personally?
He says, you will not enter the temple until you have agreed to take care of the salamanders. If you do enter the temple, it will be seen as a hostile act.
I thought we were
you
going to
said we had
speak
go
with.
and speak with her.
Yeah.
He says, well, you don't have to enter the temple to speak with her. I can commune with her and speak to you outside the temple. I just can't fully do it now. I just came to get an initial feel for if you were willing to work with us or not.
All right, well, we will consider your offer tonight, and you will not show us hostilities while we consider this, and we will revisit the conversation
He
in a
says,
day.
as I said, I will give you a night to consider. And tomorrow, if you come to the temple, I shall meet you in the front and we can talk more. But yes, you are not to re-enter the temple. Doing so, we will consider a hostile act, as you are not allowed to be there just yet. He says you've already killed several of the devils, so...
Well, they weren't
whoa.
exactly- they
We
weren't
didn't
exactly
kill
friendly.
them. We just sent them back to hell.
They didn't offer us, terms like you have done. Much more civilized.
Yeah.
Yes, well, unfortunately, my kind often respect power, and they did not know you had power. So that is why now I've been sent to smooth things over. It's fairly
Is
common.
it true your blood can also grant power?
He says the blood of devils is infused with magics, yes.
Intriguing.
He says, well, I was hoping there would be a more enthusiastic yes from your group, but as you say, it sounds like you need to think on it. He says, the salamanders will offer you far less than us, and making an enemy of them only makes an enemy of this group. Making an enemy of us will make you an enemy of the Hells. I would think carefully on my decision, were I you. And he's gonna leave.
Out of curiosity,
Oh, yeah.
since the
He
salamanders
stops.
gave us their story, why don't you tell us your side of how you came to reside in this temple?
He says the salamanders, one of them, asked for a deal from one of ours, and we used it as a way to gain power within the temple. He says we are in need of certain things that this world offers, and this temple in particular. He says that's all I'll say until I know I can trust you.
This deal that you made, I won't ask for the specifics, but did your side fulfill all parts that were promised from your side? Or did you betray the salamanders?
The devil contract cannot betray. Once it is signed, it goes into effect. He says we granted what was asked, and we demanded the payment that was promised, as it always is for our kind. And then, sensing silence, he will just start.
Thank you for the extra information. It is most interesting.
Of course. I'll see you all tomorrow then, as he leaves. Foley sighs. He says, maybe we should just get the ship and get out of here.
I was just going to say that we have a third option. If the salamanders and the devils are both leaving us alone tonight, let's go.
Well,
Captain.
isn't this ship not flyworthy?
Captain says we could possibly get it flyworthy, but I don't know if they're, if they see us flying away, they might shoot us down, because they didn't agree to let us leave.
We leave them no worse, though, and
That's true, they might just let us leave.
like they would prefer us to leave, I suspect, than to fight them anymore, because even if they feel they will win, they've already lost some devils and would surely lose more.
Yeah, it seems
so
like,
may-
go ahead.
No, that's fine.
We don't. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, Voley would say it does seem like both sides are sort of at a standstill. Neither very effective against the other, though the devils obviously have the upper hand as they control the Cathedral of Flame, I believe it was called.
I do wonder, I would be interested in hearing the salamanders explain themselves as far as this contract. Yeah.
No, if you want me to, I can go invisible to that cave and try to figure out more about it and just keep y'all informed through the link. That's it if y'all want to stay up any longer.
I'm intrigued to see what the Archdevil offers.
I am not.
Of course you are.
Of course you aren't.
Well,
It's really all against you at this point.
the turn tail and
Okay, I'm not
run
sure about it.
option does intrigue me, Voley says. Seems like the path of least resistance. Maybe
Well,
we
it
should.
also accomplishes our purpose. Well, no, I guess it doesn't accomplish the entire purpose that we came for, because
Wait.
there would. Yeah, go ahead.
Quick question though, because it's been a lot less time since we learned about this in game than it has been out of game, so I don't remember. Was it devils or demons that there were reported issues of in the tunnels?
It was demons.
Demons.
You're
Okay, that
talking
was
about in the world, or the Fire Core quest?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were demons.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if those were devils or demons. I wasn't sure.
Well, Elise as well. It does seem like we have three options here. Maybe we should put it to a vote. Devils, salamanders, or leave.
I mean, if we leave, we wouldn't accomplish what we came here to do, right?
Yeah, we might get this ship out, but it wouldn't make the skies safer for the other ships, or, you know.
I'm Team Salamander.
I'm Team
Yeah.
Salamander.
I have a concern. While I have no wish to ally with the devils, it does concern me that there might be a devil of such power, an archdevil, here in this very place, that we would perhaps have to face should we encounter them.
Yeah,
Do
don't
any
forget
of
the
us
Wrath
have
of
a
the
true-
Hells.
Do any of us have a true concept of like how horrifically powerful an archdevil is?
I mean, I'm going more on. I don't think. Okay, Nasira does not have a clear. She probably has like heard of them, but.
Oh,
no, I'm just curious.
I'll say
Nasira-
maybe religion or arcana might give you some info.
Nasira
here.
is saying this. Her reasoning is merely the amount of difficulty that we had in our encounters in that temple so far, and they were
Yeah.
just peons, you know.
So archdevils are extremely powerful, though they rarely leave the hells. You would be surprised if she is actually here.
Mm.
Could
You
be
think
like
that
a-
might be a bluff?
Uh-huh.
Quick question, Lou. Based on the info that he gave us, and I was able to pry out of him, could I make a estimated guess of who it might be who it might be?
I mean, you didn't really say much, so it's hard with just knowing it's like a female, because there are a lot of archdevil females. You would have to get more information, I'll say. But again, you don't know if you believe that the archdevil would actually leave the hells, because usually they send their minions to do their bidding.
Like it would have to be a big deal for them to be rocking up.
Yeah, for those with the training, it's
Okay.
it's very uncommon for archdevils to directly leave like their places of power.
Well, that alleviates my fear to some extent, or my concern to some extent. But
But they can send really powerful devils to work for them.
yeah,
No, we don't have to join either side as long as we can turn off the future
we've-
attacks.
It's not turning off like the elementals were saying. It's that flame keeper thing that shot us down.
Well, yeah, we
what if
can.
we tried to simply seek out the flame seeker? And
I think we might get crushed.
yeah, okay.
Wait, but I thought the devils were the ones who were controlling it, right? That's what they
Yeah,
were
Yeah,
saying.
To be fair,
if we attack it first, they might get mad and send people to help it.
I guess I
Yeah.
thought perhaps maybe we could free it from their influence or something like that. But
That's what I was assuming as well. If we clear out the temple, maybe we can get rid
There
of its
might be a way
influence.
inside to disrupt whatever ritual is controlling it. It's a
But it
good
seems
point.
that we will not be allowed to enter the temple again without facilities.
I mean, we weren't allowed the first.
Yeah, true.
So
Look.
the,
Someone
Yeah,
was
but this time we'll
someone
incur
was
the wrath of the hells.
someone was derelict in their door watching duty.
Yeah, I don't think they expected anyone to come in.
Now they're gonna
Well,
start locking
we
their
could,
doors.
or
Like there's
Yeah.
a bunch of mortals
either
running
I
around.
could or we could
It's
go.
okay. We'll
to
just go as the
the
Spanish
Salamanders.
Inquisition. No one will expect it.
God damn it. Either I or we could go to the Salamanders and see what's up and see if there's any way to deactivate it and have it fight on our side.
You know, I kind of want to hear what these devils have to offer.
Foley says,
Brother, is
I don't know if there's a connection, but remember, we aren't the most loved by elementals. There is that guy who's like a big enemy of your all. You don't think these salamanders would like rat us out to him, right?
do
I
we
mean-
know the relationship between like creatures that like elementals being summoned and like not summoned?
Well, summoned elementals are usually, yeah, just obey whoever summoned them unless something messes with the magic.
Yeah.
I guess I never considered that he was somehow in league with all elementals just because he was able to control and or summon
Well,
some
he says,
elemental.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being racist here. I don't know much about how his power works.
Nor do I.
Maybe we. Is it racist if we ask if they know the Red Wizard?
I guess we all work for the Red Wizard. He shrugs. He says, I don't know. I just thought I'd mention it because it does seem like you guys bump into a lot of elementals that work for him.
Yeah, and do we really want more enemies, guys? Elemental or devil?
How? No, it's alright. I'll save that for later. But I do understand what you're saying, Bowley. But I feel like, especially the one who was talking to us, I feel like if they were all in league with the Red Wizard, they wouldn't even bother trying to help us. They would have tried to kill us immediately.
Perhaps, he says.
They did try to kill us.
Well, no, they threatened us thinking we worked with the devils. That's different.
And plus, if from what you told me about this Red Wizard, if I rather choose between being on his bad side, even more, and the devils, I rather choose to be on the devil's side, bad side.
You have actually interacted with Takana because he possessed that bloke. Yeah, because he possessed that guy.
I don't think he was here for that session.
Yeah, I think
I don't
he
think I was
or
here
she
for that.
missed that
Yeah.
session. Somebody was playing her.
Damn. I forgot that bit. Oh well, never mind.
Foley says, well, I think I'm going to go to bed. We can sleep on it, and maybe in the morning we can decide. Because I am getting tired.
You know, we don't even have to get involved in this mess.
It's true, we could just let this play out on its own, and hopefully none of this affects our allies on the other island. Who knows? I don't think the salamanders, I don't think they can leave the island, but who knows what the devils can do.
Why would the salamanders be stuck here? Oh, I guess they don't have like a transportation means.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Voley says, I don't think they can fly.
I think some of them can, but I don't know how far.
Says, huh? Oh, maybe.
Float or something. I don't know.
Well, are you guys ready to go to bed, or are you having more discussion?
I'm ready to go to bed.
Alright, why don't we...
I was just gonna quickly say,
not
Robert,
need my
you have
sleep,
such.
I am-
Never mind.
Have such what?
I was just gonna say, Robert, you have such scraps of a soul left. Please don't sell it.
Sir, I've lost 10 years. I can do whatever I want with my soul, okay?
Pledge it to Hilda.
Captain chuckles. He says, there's not much soul left there, boys. And he walks back into his room.
That's what I'd say.
Y'all have fun. I'm going to the hot tub. I don't need much sleep. I only need 4 hours. I'm going to the hot tub for about 4 hours. Have fun.
I don't know, I'm not as powerful as you two here, so I would benefit from talking to these elves.
Why don't we do a break? And, come back in a little bit.
I'll be right back.
Actually, before we. Oh, Eldon, do you have any first levels left?
I've got a couple.
Because I think, before we set him for a long rest, people will come up and ask, hey, you reckon you can put a couple of shieldy shields in this ring?
Alright, you don't have to cast them, anyone can cast them in, right?
Anyone can cast them. Anyone can put it in, you've just got to be attuned to be the one to cast it.
I can put 3 shield spells in.
It's got a fireball sitting in there, so it's only got 2 levels. Freak.
Alright, so I can put 2 shield spells in.
Or I could always discharge the fireball that's in there, I guess.
Yeah, I have to.
Please don't.
Just fire it off into the
I
people.
don't think that spell's going to be particularly useful in our.
Not here, no. Do I have to cast the spell out of a ring to get rid of it, or can I just say I dispel the? Ask Lou when he gets back. But yeah, I'll get rid of that if I can. At the very least, I'll get a couple of shields though. So, me and you were the only ones with 2 levels, right, Elvin?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so if I have over 1,000 worth of arcane components, so I could get both of it. I could get all of it, but not exhausted tomorrow.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's 500 for greater, right?
Yeah. I'm
Sounds
also
like you-
swapping out. I'm also going to swap out my firebolt cantrip because that's not going to be doing a lot of use here, and I can swap it out every long rest with a different wizard cantrip.
Oh yeah.
I have a D&D question. Can most devils see through invisibility?
No, but they can see through
no.
non-magical. They can see through magical darkness.
Some of them might be able to see invisibility, but I don't
Yeah,
think
some of them might,
common.
especially
I
the
think- I
more
don't think
powerful
common.
ones.
Yeah.
So, if I, on the options that we agree, and I sneak around, like go the long way to the cave with my high stealth and invisibility, would that work, Avery?
To what end?
Ignore those rolls. You see nothing.
To figure out the information, who made the deal, what do they have, what can they offer, stuff like that.
I'm not sure that I'm concerned with getting that. I don't know. I'm down to either side with the salamanders or just leave.
No, I'm not siding with the devils. The war was
I
already
don't think
dead.
Onvia will
not
let
gonna-
any of you side with the devils.
Like,
You would
Onvia's
have
just
to
sat here
stop
being
Robert
propositioned,
to doing
being
it.
watched by his saint.
You would have
Yeah.
to do it. You have to convince Robert not to do it. Everyone else is already not going to do it.
Says the evil aligned person.
Yes, I'm evil, but I have a code.
Robert's also
So do
evil.
I.
Robert's neutral evil.
If anything, you're the most closely aligned to the devils. You're lawful evil, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
what
They have
devils
the same
are.
alignment.
Yes, but I
She
have a
apparently wants
code.
to retain control of her soul.
Yes, I'm already dead. I'm
Do
not gonna
reborns have a
let
soul?
them roll my soul.
Actually, that's actually a good
Actually-
question there, because aren't the Xantian the soulless?
That Zation, that like
Yeah.
folklore refers to us as soulless, but I don't know that it's actually true.
It'd be
There's just-
funny if it, like.
Go ahead.
I was just saying it'd be funny if it was.
Oh yeah, like if we don't have a soul and we sign the contract and we don't really have anything to lose.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Robert's more than willing to make a contract.
Honestly,
Fuck you,
something
of
like
course you
this
are.
would have been an encounter. Something like this would have been really cool. Like back when I was creating Otto to like actually give some reason for his warlock powers, like that he signed a pact or something. But Nasir's not going to do that.
Yeah.
We go back to bloody Ember, and Otto's just there, like, you should have said yes. Everything's burning.
Rumpty's like extra fiery for you. Welcome
Rumpty's like 40 foot
Yeah,
tall.
actually, that
Full
does
Kim
bring
Godzilla
up a good
Nico.
point. Would Aurora have a soul? Because she's a reborn?
I think so.
I would ask Wood when he gets back. But if Aurora doesn't, and then she makes a deal for her soul in exchange for something else, they can collect their payment.
Also, is it just me, or does that Cambion have the most Giga Chat art ever?
I know, right? For a
yeah,
second
the
there, I
What
thought
is-
you were doing star in the porno.
Oh no, it's like specifically lose like AI art or whatever it is for him. It's like it gives me such like evil Giga Chat vibes.
Yeah. The moment I see this, when I first saw it, I thought we're about to star in the porno. That's what I first saw.
I think that says some more about you.
Yes, it does.
Damn, that's a sexy man. Must be a porno.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So this is so you're taking Warlock next level, Robert?
The opportunities
After the
here.
fiend as well.
Opportunities
I
here.
think he is.
So- Yo, Robert's just a standard bloke. You guys all have cool shit that you can do.
I'm just
have
a
a
guy with a gun.
Nasira has almost no magic, and more mundane means of
Punch
attacks
people.
and stuff. Yeah.
But you can still like stun people, heal people, knock people around, run on walls.
Yeah.
Robert feels inferior.
Yeah, the thing that makes fighters fun is the fact that you can just pick up so many damn feats.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fighter becomes more fun the older the edition is and the more feats there are.
Yep.
Like,
I-
right?
I-
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I was looking over some of my spells. Do you happen, I forget what's on the cleric's list, like, do you have any spells that'd be good for, like, crowd control or keeping, or specifically keeping, opponents in the same spot for a couple rounds?
Not
No, like,
really. Like I have
not
hold
really any wall spells
person.
or... Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Let me look at the full cleric list for a second.
Whole person is only on human age,
So-
right?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
wouldn't work on a devil.
Because
Question,
I might get wall
I know-
a force or something like that. I'm not 100%
What about
sure.
hold monster? What?
Don't
Do you have access to
know. I
Hold
think
Monster?
like there's something along there. Hold monster. I know we don't get. Definitely not. Let me have
I
a
know
look.
that. I know Aurora's, Anvia's, Robert, and Nasira stands on making the deal or not. What about Eldrin? Would he make the deal or not?
Like,
Eldrin's got
like,
too many things talking in
Yeah.
his head as it is.
It's like I've got one thing in my head already. Like I know about devils and their deals, and it's like those never work out how you want them to. Like
Nah, closest thing I have is like Blade Barrier.
yeah, and they can still walk through it.
Yeah, I don't have anything impossible.
I
Oh,
guess
man.
we'll have to get a little creative
Actually, let me
on
just
that.
confirm that I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have anything they can't just walk through. Tell you what, this is a terrible time to be a light cleric.
A lot of fire spells.
Well, let's put it this way: I only have 4 second level four second level spells prepared, and only one of them does damage, and it's Scorching Ray.
And why don't you change those up? Because we just long rested.
To be fair, there's not actually many good second level spells. One of them's from my race. I only have one prepared. Like, that I actively chose to prepare. Which was Prayer of Healing. Because, yeah, see, Invisibility, Scorching Ray, and Misty Step are all from, like, either my class or my race.
I'm gonna take my dog out the party real quick. I'll be right back.
You do that. Debating preparing tongues.
Now that Aurora can speak Primordial, it's
Hey.
not bad.
Yeah, maybe not today, but a different day.
Yeah.
What did you choose?
And my
Draconic,
reasoning is-
Primordial, Abyssal. Oh god.
Yeah.
The most
Yeah.
like evil races you can pick. The only way that could be worse is if you chose like Primordial, if like you were like, oh yeah, Infernal Deep Speech Abyssal. Like, cause dragons are pretty like dragons are like 50-50 depending on which ones you're looking at.
I used to choose Primordial on all my characters, like for the longest time, because I thought like, oh, it's like 4 languages in one. I'm sure to have like a moment where this is going to totally come in handy. And in none of my campaigns did I ever get to use it, so I finally stopped.
And
Yeah.
now you would need it. But yeah, the reason is why I chose those 3 is because she's from the Shadowfell. That's the only reason.
Is there a
On the
presence of
Shadowfell.
Primordial on the Shadowfell?
No, but she will one dead from Astral.
Okay.
Alright, so I was gonna
It's
say you
because-
guys can do a
because-
full rest and pass the night.
Yeah, I had a question because I was getting Eldwin to cast some spells into my ring. Can I just say I dispel like a spell that's in the ring to clear up spots, or do I have to actively cast it?
What does the item say?
I will confirm.
I don't think it clarifies how to clear the ring beyond using the spells.
But
I'm guessing you do have to discharge the spell unless it says you can just kind of like waft it out or something. Pull the magic out. I mean, you could just chuck a fireball out the back of the ship or something.
that is actively what I'm gonna have to do because it's actually fireball that's in the ring.
And
Oh,
both the
okay.
salamanders and the devils that are watching us from afar are wondering what the fuck is up.
Yep. So I go out to the back of the ship and I just shoot a fireball up as far away as
Show
possible.
of strength. It's firing fireballs. Although neither is
so
very
how-
intimidated because they're all immune to fire.
How many can you give me, Eldwin?
Okay, I'm back again.
I could give you 3 shields.
Oh, cool. Let's do that if you're willing to.
Before we rest, yeah.
And I will use my last 2 first levels to put some healing words into the ring.
All right. So yeah, you can
Yeah.
go ahead and do a long rest. You know, drop a level of exhaustion, get your hit dice back, all that good stuff.
I am immediately using both of my 5th levels to get rid of the other level of exhaustion me and Eldwin have.
All right. So you channel some of your components into the magic. I guess that's like what, 1,000 Maho of religious.
Yep.
All right, and that will get rid of those 2 levels of exhaustion.
I now have a
Much
whopping
better.
136 religious components.
Damn.
Oh.
Insane.
Alright. I need to refine some stuff when we get the chance then.
Oh, yeah, Dosha is now down to 2 levels of exhaustion. Guess I could just put that under his notes. Take it out of his actual sheet. Alright, so we figured out what we are going to do today, adventurers. Sounds like we were leaning towards the salamanders.
I think at the very least we should meet with the salamanders. If we can talk to them about this contract of theirs, they might, like, maybe we can learn something that can help us deal with the devils.
Robert wants to sell his soul, though.
Like, Robert, like, as Robert said, you don't got much left. You'll get, like, a cantrip, maybe.
Hey, I'm here
For one
to.
use.
I'm here to live fast, die young, and leave behind a beautiful corpse. All right.
Hey, look, the way you're living, you're
Oh,
probably going to
God.
end up there anyway. Why rush it?
Alright, so yeah, it is, like I said, morning time. What do you want to do?
Do we want to bother trying to talk to the salamanders, or do we want to just go straight to the temple?
Honestly, if we're not leaving, if we're not just gonna leave here and leave these people to their quarrel, then I think going and talking to the salamanders first might. The whole reason we didn't go trade with them was because we weren't sure if they were a bit volatile, and we were gonna wait until we were able to go back to them with good news, and they kind of owed us. So, I'm feeling like if we're gonna help the salamanders, let's just go deal with these devils and see what comes of it. And then hopefully we'll be able to approach the salamanders later, being their saviors and them owing us. That's a question if we survive the devils.
All right. What better way to leave behind a beautiful corpse than to make enemies of the hells? Let's do it.
Foley sighs and says, well, I guess I'm coming along.
Oh, why the fuck not?
Alright, Dosha, I assume is... Well, yeah, Dosha and... or, well, Dosha's definitely staying behind because he's pretty wounded, right? So I'll say he is.
That was my expectation, yes.
Do you want to bring Orvo with you?
Probably not.
Alright.
Why not? The more the merrier. I mean,
He's gonna like die in something.
But
Oh,
he can die.
He,
How pitiful is he?
he's very pitiful.
he's lost quite a bit since that fight you had with him. He says, I like you guys, but I don't like you that much. I think I'll just stay here.
Okay,
That
I
is
don't
fair.
like you either. It's fine.
Yeah, so unless someone wants to try to convince him, he doesn't seem like he wants to go.
Wait. Did they change Greater Restoration? Because that says a diamond worth at least 100, not a 500 anymore.
greater
Oh, maybe.
restoration is always, I thought, been.
So I need to add a lot more components back then. I'm gonna look that up and make sure I didn't put that in wrong. You guys continue.
Oh yeah, new grader is 100 plus GP.
Cool.
Well, the old one is 100 as well.
That's what I
Is it? I
thought.
thought it was 500.
Oh, I just
I
looked
think
it
you're
up.
thinking of Revivify.
Oh,
Yeah, it's only
Weird.
100.
all of us thought it was 500.
No, it's only 100.
I could have swore it was 500 at some point.
I think you're
Both
thinking of
the-
Revivify.
Old and the new
No,
one are
that's
both
300.
Yeah, that's 3.
Oh, okay. Well, there's one,
So
one
yeah,
of the
you,
resurrection spells, 500.
You would still have 800 of your components back.
But
This is why I don't play casters.
Alright, so the group, along with Voli, is going to venture out of the ship. Heading, I assume, back towards the castle. Or do you want to try to find the lava giant thing and fight that first, like someone mentioned?
Is that under the control of the demons?
The
Devils.
devils, yeah.
Or devils? Like, well, maybe, but if it's an elemental, maybe it's. Like,
It's
Do they
way
want us
too
to-
strong.
do the salamanders want us to destroy it, or do the salamanders want it back?
They want it
I
back.
mean, they
what I
probably would
thought.
want it back if they knew that was an option. But, you know, they just said...
I think we should try to sneak past it and avoid it.
Okay.
if we can, because it
Yeah,
might end
so-
up just being controlled and become friendly.
That was my next
With-
question. How do you intend to get back into this fortress? Because they're probably waiting for you at the front door.
Yes.
What are the chances we picked up a pebble or something from the kitchen?
I mean, there's rocks all over. You could pick up a pebble.
Well, no. I was like, what are the chances we picked up one from the kitchen so we could just teleport back to the kitchen?
Oh, probably you didn't pick one
Zero,
up
I'm
unless you said
assuming.
you
I'm
did,
just
yeah.
being like, damn it.
Oh,
yeah.
would
I mean-
Dosha
Hindsight moment.
would Dosha have asked for his bow back?
He is still pretty wounded. He's still at 2 levels of exhaustion, so he's not going to ask for it back unless you give
Okay,
it back.
all right. I intend to. I just figure we're searching for extra possible options against this fire, so I'm gonna keep it for now.
So yeah, do you
I-
want to approach
We
the
could
front?
teleport back with a slightly above 50% chance of being somewhere similar.
But then we don't have that as a GTFO.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's the only other issue.
Did we see more than one way in and out, or do we only know of one door?
Well, the obvious
Maybe-
one was the one you went through, which was the front door over here. You haven't
Maybe
you
we
haven't
should go
really
to
done
this
a loop of the castle, kind of. There's a fear of that big elemental thing that's stomping around.
Like,
Yeah.
we could ask the salamanders who know this place better than anyone.
That's true.
Yeah.
Honestly, finding out that there are other entrances to the temple might be a worthy reason to go back to the salamanders. However,
Wait,
the
wait, wait.
the devils might observe us going to the salamanders and decide that we've chosen against them. Of course, they're going to find that out soon enough anyway.
Wait, why aren't we going through the front door?
Because they told us that if we go through the front door, they'll take it as a sign of aggression.
Well,
Well,
and the
they're
guy's
probably watching.
waiting.
Which is
for
what we're
you.
doing, right? Well, we can just shoot him down, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to attack the front door, then they'll know for sure that you're aggressive. But then you're fighting your way into the building. They might have a defensive position at that point.
Yeah, and
Is that what you guys want?
well, if we face all of their forces at once, then we have a bigger uphill battle. If there's other doors into this place and the salamanders can point us to them, then we might be able to take out some groups of them before, having to face everybody together at once. I think that might be worth it.
Yeah, at least try.
Do we want to send Aurora, or do we want to go as an entire group to the salamanders?
Maybe just send her because she can also
Probably
go.
me. Invisible. Yeah.
Yeah, let's if you could get info on if they can tell us any more about the deal that they signed, which and whether it was who the devil was they signed it with, because it might give us some clues about who this archfey is. And then also ask them about other entrances or like strategic knowledge of the temple that might aid us.
I both establish the link with all of us and go invisible as I dash, bonus action, and use my full movement to the cave.
How long
Robert, so
does the link last?
Go ahead and link the link.
Oh yeah.
Link the link.
Yep.
Link.
Robert, so is it?
I think you have to make a roll of your.
7 hours.
7 hours.
Oh, that's gonna be a while.
Yep. I don't know when
alright.
to interact with it.
So you are heading
Yeah,
over.
I'm fine there. There it is. Up to 5 creatures. Now I'm recruiting myself.
Alright, just give me a moment.
So you can even get Voley.
Yes, but to be fair, Robert stepped with the link, and I probably know he was gonna do that, so I don't even do him.
Okay.
Alright, so you head over to the Salamander Cave. There are a couple of guards outside. You just like sneaking past them, or what are you gonna do?
I dropped the invisibility and it's like, in Idnin, we are friends of whatever his name was,
So they raise
Ratnakar
their,
or something like
they
that.
raise their tridents. One of them says, "It is one of the humanoids at the ship. I recognize him from my journey last night." He says in Ignan. The other
Yes,
one
we
says,
just want to talk.
What is it that we can help you with?
My group has a few questions, but the first one is that would probably be the easiest. Is there another way into the temple besides the big front door?
So he pauses a moment, looks at the other one, and says, "There is, but unfortunately not for your kind. You would have to travel through the lava. Other than that, the only other way might be going through the back by scaling the walls, but that would put you in contention with the devil guards that are up on the parapets. If they notice you, they will almost certainly fire upon you. There is lava tubes that connect to the insides of the temple, but again, the heat would kill you. Unless you have a way of avoiding such extreme temperatures."
Okay. I repeat all of that back to, let's say, Nasira so she can tell the others.
Okay.
So I don't have to telephone all of them and tell them that. What was it? See if there's another entrance. Something about the deal in Watto. What was the other one?
I would ask if you could speak to the Rujiskar that we spoke with yesterday and ask him about the contract and the devil it was made with, since we might be dealing with her ourselves.
One other question. Can I speak to Bajar? Sorry, I only speak Indian on a very basic level. I'm trying to do this.
Yes, our leader would
Miss-
most likely be fine speaking with you. Come with me.
Only no traveling.
Thank you.
Alright, so he
Yes.
leads you to Rujiskar, who nods as you approach and says, "Aurora, I believe it was, yes?"
Correct. As you have some people in the room, can any of them speak common, or just you?
He says, "I am unique among my kind to speak your tongue, though our monarch also speaks common."
Then I have a question for you, but I think we should switch over to common.
Go ahead, what is your
And
question?
as Aurora does, we were approached after you came to us yesterday by a devil on their side, who for short wanted us to eliminate you all in exchange for power, wealth, fame, fortune, and all that stuff. But one of the questions asked by my group was that one of your kind made a deal with the devils, and both of the bargains were met. Do you know anything about it?
He looks surprised. He says, "No. They claim one of ours made a deal with them, one of the salamanders. No, I don't know anything about that."
Insight check.
Sure.
Hindsight, it might be the one they've got
What's
locked up.
insight?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like he's telling the truth. He says this might explain a few things, though. Again, it does not mean whatever deal was made that they would have control of our temple. It was still it was still taken from us, and we were banished from it using magic. No deal was struck for the temple, and if it was not done by anyone who had the right to make such a trade.
Did they
Are
say
you
we
sure
made
this
the
is
deal?
not a falsehood?
We were pretty sure. Now, there are two possibilities of who it could be if it is someone. One is the salamander they have locked up in the temple. Or two, it could be your queen.
Oh god.
Oh my word.
Give me
She
a
is the, she's the only person
persuasion
that
with disadvantage.
she's the only person. Yeah, she's the only person that I can think of that would have the potential to do it.
I hope they're doing a good job
25.
just making our case over there.
He
Right.
says, there are several they have imprisoned within the temple, but no, our queen would never make such a trade. I don't think. What would she even want from the devils? No, that can't be it.
And are
More
you
likely,
sure about that?
This is why I'm not sure, but I am mostly sure. The queen has powerful magics and fire energies at her disposal. What could she possibly gain from a deal with a devil?
And quick question. Wasn't it you just said that she went mad or something like that? You're
She's
scared
not-
of her?
No, well, yes, I am fearful of her, but she's not mad. She's just similar to many of our monarchs. The intensity of the fire and the flame sometimes makes them a little unpredictable, especially when they are angered or in other strong emotional states.
And quick question. When did your queen become queen?
This is many hundreds of years ago. A monarch is extremely old. One has to become very experienced and powerful to be able to assume the position. But I don't see what any of this has to do with the task at hand.
No, we're just trying to figure out some stuff. And one final question, if you do not mind. Did she always have the power? Or was she... I don't know. I'm not saying that she would, but what's the chance she wasn't born with the power, but given it?
This is, well, fire energies develop over time and through use. There are some innate talents, but salamander grow their skills and their powers over the years by using them and communing with the flame. He says, she has been leading us, and she has been the keeper of this temple for a long time. Well, at
Okay.
least until the
I
devils
don't mean
cast
to
us out.
question your queen. Yeah, I don't mean to question your queen. We're just trying to figure stuff out.
He says, well,
What happened, what kind of deal, stuff like that.
if one of us did make a deal with these devils, it may have been to gain power. Unfortunately, I don't know who it would be or what they promised the devils, but as I said, the devils would not have, or whoever made the deal would not have the authority to take our temple. So whatever has happened, they are in the wrong here, not us.
One, you bring that up, that no one would have the permission. Would your queen have the permission?
I thought
to?
that was your last question. You keep saying last question. This is like the
Sorry.
fifth last question you've
no.
asked.
Sorry,
give me a
I'm
persuasion
sorry.
check.
This is
One last question.
Just one more. This is like the
Just
eighth last
one more,
question.
please.
It says ask your question, but this should be the last one.
and it will.
That's what you said half an hour ago.
Alright, well, while
What's
you
your
think
question?
of that, I'm going to shift the camera back to the rest of the group who's waiting for you, just in case any of them want to do anything.
Oh, that was my question.
What?
That was my question.
What was
Will
your
the
question?
queen have the potential? would the queen have the potential to do it? If she could?
To make a deal with the
authority.
devils? I mean,
The authority to put the temple as the stakes.
the queen,
Yes, that.
the monarch, yes, she technically rules over us. Although even the temple would even be outside of her purview, as it's owned by our people, not specifically by her. I mean, I guess if any of us
Okay.
were going to make that trade, which I have no idea why she would do that, I mean, she would be the closest one to have that authority.
I do thank you, Har, and I will be heading off. And as Aurora walks away, she basically tells everyone, or tells Nasira what happened,
This is Ruji's
And
car,
all that,
but fine.
so she can call the
Car.
others. Sorry. I have only won England 1 day ago, or found out that I can win it. So, please excuse me, Mr. Regine's car.
All right. He says, in case it interests you, on the southeastern side, the lava pool there, if you are able to go through the lava somehow or part it or able to do anything to get past it, there is a lava tube that is not fully flooded or immersed in lava that you could use to get inside.
I do
Says
thank
so.
you.
So it's magic. I don't know much about magic, so you'd have to ask your wizards what they have. Alright, so you
And
go and I
this is
assume
a
rejoin the
question.
group, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So a little while later, Aurora will return to the group. Although you already kind of know. what
Also,
she
when
found
I
out.
left, yeah.
What the
Also,
hell,
when I
bro?
left, I went invisible again.
Oh, alright. Can you just
Right,
do
time
that
to
at
start
will?
blasting
That's all.
some devils.
It's part of the same thing
It's what-
Link they did for the Link. It's the last bit, Psychic
Yeah.
Veil.
It's a what?
They have to
Yeah,
spend a
if I-
psionic die to
I-
do it.
Yeah.
Alright, so you spent another psionic die to become invisible again?
Yes. I'm down
Alright.
to 9.
So yeah, she will come and rejoin your group a short while later.
Why would you accuse their
Okay,
queen to their
um,
face?
First of all,
That's a valid question. I
Thank
would have
you.
asked the same thing.
Look, it's not wrong.
first of all,
Look,
could you,
I'm not saying the accusation is wrong. I'm saying who you made it to was.
You are rather lucky that
Okay,
he
first
did
of all-
not. You are rather lucky that he did not show anger at the suggestion. He did seem rather level-headed about it.
Yeah,
okay,
they seem
first of all,
kind of
you could have
fanatical.
said, welcome back, Aurora.
It
That'd
was
be like
At
you
least
coming up
said
to
welcome
me and
back before starting it.
it was risky what you did.
that'd be like you coming up to me and being like, "I think Tristlan's a traitor."
Okay, but why beat around the bush? Just state things plainly.
Yes. Thank you.
So I guess barge through the front door and hope for the best is what we've got gathered from that.
Do we have any?
There,
Sorry, do we have any of
there
the
is.
bubble magic that would let us travel in that lava tube?
Everyone
Oh,
suddenly
I was
just
about
looks
to
at
say
Eldwin.
that.
yeah.
And
I didn't.
I don't. Obviously, I know nothing of
I didn't
magic,
say
but
anything. I didn't say anything about the other paths. I was about to say
Alright,
it when I got back to you.
Aurora, let's let some other people talk because you've been having the camera for a bit. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Eldwin.
Unfortunately, none of my spells I have in my spell book are equipped to deal with this this much amount of lava.
Alright, Robert loads his rifle and starts walking.
Or,
Well, I guess the front door it is, Voley says, kind of gulping a little. He says, I don't have long-ranged things to fire, so if they have archers, I'm not going to be much good.
Perhaps if
Maybe.
Aurora is invisible and can stay so for a bit, I believe. Is there anyone else who might be able to hide or conceal our numbers until we get closer? They may not realize that we aren't just an envoy.
Well, I was also going to say, we could potentially.
Well, and they
Cute.
wanted us to come to the door today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were expecting you to come meet them in the morning. So if you don't show up, they're probably going to get suspicious. But if you show up and attack them, then you know. The
We could
suspicion's
try and
gone.
get inside and see how it goes, but
Can I make that deal after all?
No.
Okay. Barbara heads
Okay.
off with his rifle.
you could pretend to be taking the deal if that gets us inside the doors, but I don't know how that would go.
Oh, there is
I
that.
either take the deal or don't take the deal.
There is that upper area, Voley says. I don't suppose any of us can like fly us up there or teleport us up there.
I mean,
Kinda
I can get up there quite
Points to the
easily.
roof of the keep. I mean,
Uh,
there might be a
I'm
fight up there, but
question.
at least then we'd be in, indoors and not being shot at from the parapets. Go ahead. What is it, Aurora?
I have a question. Didn't you mention something about it yesterday about a pebble from the kitchen? See if we could teleport us inside. Or something
No,
like
that was literally like 5 minutes ago. Yes.
Oh, like 20 minutes ago.
No, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking in character. I know it was like 20 minutes. But what happens if we can get a pebble from out here to in there so we can teleport to it?
I don't know. That's Eldwin's magic. I was just going off things he's told
Eldwin?
me before.
If
Uh,
theoretically, if you could get me some item from a room in in the temple, I could teleport us there safely.
I would prefer to retain your magic for an escape, should it be needed. I like the idea of attempting to scale the wall and begin our assault on the roof. It might.
It's easy for you
scram-
to say, Voley says. You can
I was
just run up
about
the
to say.
wall. I've seen you
I'm going to
parkour.
have to. I am not built for climbing. I'll just be sat there getting
Come on,
shot.
guys! She's just like up
I mean,
the wall.
would you
Everyone
like?
else is like,
Would you like to get in the bag of holding, and I'll carry you?
I think I could hold my breath
I
out.
mean,
10 minutes.
Um,
You have 10 minutes of air.
I don't think I can hold my breath that long.
No, well, you
Uh,
would. It would if you would have 10 minutes of air. You wouldn't be holding your breath unless I
Oh,
don't
true.
pull you out. Yeah, but
True,
yeah, go ahead.
true.
It's still dangerous.
I could get everyone up there.
Oh.
no.
I
How?
I changed up some of my spells today, so I actually have fly prepared. If I cast that on 5th
Oh.
level, I can grant 3 of you the ability to fly, and then I can teleport me and one other up for a 4th.
Obviously,
We
you-
could also-
Voley kind of raises
I mean-
his hand and's like, and me? How would I get in?
well, Eldwin need not
Uh,
use his magic on me. Neither of those spells would need to be targeted at me. So you would be
So,
the
Miri can. So Nasira can run up the wall, and I can teleport up it. It take a while. How tall is the back wall, DM?
So there's the outer, because you're still pretty far away from the place, but there's the outer kind of parapets, like towers going around the place, which you have. Actually, I guess yesterday there was no one patrolling, but today you would notice there are people up there. Like the place is on higher alert, probably because you guys broke in. So now they actually do have lookouts. There's the inner area, which is kind of flooded with lava, like you see in the picture. And then there's like the actual temple itself, which you guys had gotten into, which is a couple of stories up and has a flat roof on it, as you can kind of see.
Yeah, but still, how tall is it? I am curious.
The towers are about 20 feet tall. The structure itself is kind of raised up a bit, and it is probably another 20 to 30 feet tall. But it's 10 feet off the ground, so it's probably about 40 feet total, between 30 and 40.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, the outer towers are 20.
Yeah, so Nasira can pretty much run up it. I can teleport up it, and then Eldwin can cast fly or teleport or whatever.
How's
And
Nasira
get
going
the
to get
rest of the
across
out.
the moat of lava?
Does the outer wall connect to the inner piece at all? Because it kind of looks like it's just like
So-
around.
It connects over here, kind of where the entryway is. There's like a tunnel that goes.
So this,
Or go ahead.
like, yeah, I apologize, and it could just be like that the art is kind of hard to, but it kind of seems like the wall goes. Let me see if I can find.
So the lava flows out of the yard, kind of between towers here.
Like it kind of looked like the wall was like touching there at the back, but that's not the case. That's just not.
No, there's a
I think
moat
that's
of
just
lava.
perspective.
The
Okay.
only way through the moat, well, you haven't been around the back, so you're not sure if there's another
Oh,
door
okay.
back there. But the only way you've seen so far is through the front door here, which has a tunnel that kind of goes, and it looks a little bit different here, but the tunnel kind of goes underneath the lava. So there's like
Well,
a
'cause we-
hallway from the door there underneath the lava moat into the actual temple, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Rujska did say we could potentially scale the back of it, which
Mhm.
do we does it connect at the back?
Do you want to go take a look?
I think
Let's,
that's our
I
best bet
think-
right now.
I like the idea of us trying to like approach kind of in a roundabout way, like maybe with like kind of stick to the shadows and the rocks and stuff further from the lava, and get around the back there and take a look.
All right.
We might see something that helps our plan.
All right, so you're kind of trying to move around a good distance away and get a better lay of
Yeah.
the land.
Kind of stay out of the light of the fires a little bit.
All right. I guess you're trying to be stealthy, right? So give me stealth checks.
And hopefully we're far enough away that we can help each other.
Yeah. So say an hour.
Hey, for my
passes.
+2, not terrible.
As you're traveling through
Robert,
the
you don't have exhaustion.
chokingly
No,
hot, even this far away from the lava, this whole area is just completely heated and chokingly hot. Makes it hard for you to walk, but not hard enough that you have to make checks or anything. So yeah, you guys are pretty stealthy, and yes, it does seem like there are Cambion up on the walls now. Keep an
Should
eye
I
out.
roll for volley or is he good?
Sure, you can roll for volley. I mean, you didn't get caught, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I just thought for like future reference and stuff as well. I should ask.
So around the back, there is what looks like a wooden elevator, and at the top there is like a crank that one might turn to like bring the elevator up.
So the actual elevator platform is at the bottom position right now.
Yeah, there's a wooden platform kind of all the way down at the base. There's no one up on the crank, and there are Cambion walking around up there, like in that area.
And is the
And
platform?
the crank
fairly
is in
visible?
full view of the towers, so if someone went up there and started turning it, they would probably see them.
But the elevator platform itself isn't necessarily in the view.
No, because it's down below. It's underneath. They could still possibly see you if they look straight down, but it's harder
Right.
to see than the crank is.
Are there counterweights that, if cut, would cause the elevator to go to the top quickly?
Give me, I guess an intelligence check for that.
Okay, this is not the job for me.
How much
Like,
does
what's
Eldwin
a
know
what's a
about?
counterweight? You start like having a headache.
What's this pulley you speak of?
Yeah. I thought this was magic. You just turn it and it makes it like levitate.
Oh, I apparently know how elevators work.
So Eldwin's kind of looking at it. You don't think cutting the rope will cause the thing to come up, but you do think that the way this pulley is set up, it wouldn't require too much strength to raise the platform.
I have an idea.
Because there's a bunch of what are those called? Not gears, maybe like kind of like gears, but a bunch
Pulleys?
of like different pulleys that would make it fairly easy to bring up the platform, even if it had like your party on
Like
it.
it offsets the weight so that the person operating the pulley doesn't have to have the strength.
Yeah, exactly.
Leverage and axles and yada yada.
John.
I
What if
You wonder. You don't think the salamanders would have built this contraption, or the devils? You wonder why it's here. It's interesting.
Oh.
But anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, if we could get, if a couple of us that are able to get the top more easily could get to that winch and bring the others up fairly quickly, then that might be another plan we could consider.
I was thinking, Eldwin, do you have invisibility?
I do.
I could summon a celestial, send him up there, and he could crank us up.
It's actually not a bad idea.
There's
Even if you didn't make him invisible, he might be able to draw the
He's a
attention.
pretty big boy.
Well, no, but wait, but
Uh,
if he drew the attention, then I don't know, I guess they'd see him working the winch, and I was hoping that they'd be
Yeah.
firing at him and we'd be able to get up there, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it does bring up a good point. Making someone invisible, me or Nasiro, go up there and then flank it, and they won't be able to see us, maybe, and just bring everyone else up.
I'd be willing to do that.
Either one.
How would you get up there, Aurora?
I can teleport.
How?
It's a random amount of feet, though. You could
Wouldn't it
just
make you-
teleport like 10.
Wait. If you make yourself invisible and then you teleport yourself, doesn't that cancel your invisibility?
I don't think it does when we
Doesn't-
find out.
Okay.
I think it's your
As
damage
a-
or saving
As
throw.
a magic item, yeah. If I force a creature to take damage, or I force a creature to make a saving throw, it ends it. Otherwise,
Okay.
it lasts
Nice,
for an
nice.
hour.
Alright.
Okay. Well,
So,
it's up to you if you
Me
prefer to do
just
it.
teleporting. Yeah, so me just teleporting with the Sackhead Braid, which is 10 times the number of rolled. Depending on what
Yeah.
I roll, it may take 1 or 2 times, and
Besides the logistics of getting to it and not being seen, or hopefully, not being seen too soon or too quickly or attacked, is there any other, do we think that we decided the winch isn't going to be too hard to turn. Is there anything else? I don't know.
Sending you might
No.
actually be the better idea and better on spells, spheres of power as well.
That's true. We'd only need the invisibility, not the teleport.
Yeah.
well,
Well,
I
also
can
with
go
my
invisible
summon.
anyway.
Yeah, but you've already used how many of this?
1. We just had a long rest.
You've used
Yeah,
two.
and you
You've
and
gone
you set
invisible
up the
twice.
link. You've
Oh,
used
so you've
3.
used 3.
Does the link
No,
suspended?
no. The first cast after long rest is free. Then you spend a
Okay.
dice per.
So you spent 2.
Okay, so yeah.
First cast of what? The link?
The link, teleport, anything with the psionics, it's at the very top there.
Oh, okay. So then
No.
you got 1 free teleport, 1 free link, and then you paid a die for a
No.
teleport. Is that what you're saying?
No. It's
No,
at the
he just gets
bottom
one
of
for free, I
each
think.
of the sections. Yeah, 1 for free. 1
Wow.
Saki Whispers rank setup for free. once
You
I
don't
could
get
fail
the
for
knack.
free, then I had to spend a die.
Yeah, they say at
Yeah,
the end of
no.
them whether or not it's free or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I only
Okay, so
used
yeah,
one,
you've used one. My
but-
bad.
Yeah, but Nasira, didn't you say that you stop falling if it, or basically out of game terms, you stop falling if you end your turn while climbing?
Yeah, but I can do 170 feet in a turn. Because my
And
feet,
how tall is this thing?
Like 40 foot.
well, the first wall is 20 feet and the second wall is 40 feet. As long as I stop in between my climbs, I can do 150, 165 feet in a turn.
Well, if you want to. But the best option would either be me or you.
Eldwin, Anvir, what do you think?
Having a Seer would be less resource intensive overall.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you're both
She's
stealthy.
also more physically fit.
I know I'm not climbing
Yeah,
that wall,
and
Voley
that-
says.
Yeah, so it's basically either more stealthy or less energy required.
Yeah, but
That's
I mean,
basically
but
what it
Nasira's
sounds
not
like.
unstealthy, and she's going to be invisible. So, yes, I know you are insanely stealthy, but Nasira is quite stealthy.
So like it's me going up there.
But
One more thing.
there were-
Does anyone have any oil, a flask of oil or a lantern that has some oil in it?
Funny enough, I think I do.
If you wouldn't mind, I think I'd like to douse that mechanism before I start turning it.
Alright, so you're gonna start. Actually, is the whole group gonna start moving towards the church or the
Yeah, I think we
cathedral?
should get to. Yeah, I think we should get to the platform, and then you guys just kind of flatten yourselves against the wall so that it's real hard for
Yeah.
them to see you, unless they look straight down. And then cast invisibility, and I'll dart
Well,
my.
what if they? What if those Cambion see us approaching the castle wall? It is kind of out in the open as we get closer to the cathedral.
Is there any cover we can
Yeah.
move between and just kind of watch as their rotations and patrols bring them coming and going and their backs to us?
There
Or
is,
facing
but
us?
you wouldn't be able to assist each other getting that close. You would all have to make stealth checks.
Then maybe we should.
What
Go ahead.
is there any chance we can go invisible before that?
Well, an invisible approaching the wall invisible would obviously give us a much better chance. Foley says.
But we can't pass that in mass, right? We can only do one person at a time.
I mean, we could make everyone invisible, but it would literally take Eldwin's largest spell.
Well, I can stealth, Foley says, and I think Nasira can too.
You
And
can-
the only one who are
I think it's mainly me.
yeah, it's mainly you with all your armor.
Yeah,
So
Well,
I
maybe
think,
an
Actually, I
extra-
think
Maybe an extra cast of invisibility is worth us making sure Anvir does, gets there unseen.
funnily enough, I think me and Volley, I think, funnily enough, are actually the worst at stealth. Everyone else is better.
Oh, I thought Foley was like a scouty type, but
He's
yeah.
got +6, but you
Yeah.
guys all have 9 and 10 and 15.
Yeah.
what about Robert?
What about Robert?
Is he stealthy?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
stealthy.
All right. Well, I feel like we should probably try to do this and maybe make Anvir invisible. What
Yeah,
we would say.
And then let's just strategically move between points where we might have some cover or some shade. And we'll only move when they come to the point in their patrol where they turn their back on us and start moving away, and just kind of keep our eyes on them up on the wall.
All right.
Can we?
It's all the purple. I stick out like a sore thumb.
So who's
Yeah.
casting invisibility on? On Anvir.
Anvir.
I
Well,
guess so.
it would have to be. Thing is, are we? are we still having Nasira go up and?
Unless you want to keep the invisibility on Anvir and have Aurora go up instead.
I
and
mean-
put invisibility on herself.
I could put it on both you and Anvir.
Okay, that's fine too.
Well,
Would
she's
be a high
stealthy,
roll.
isn't she?
I think our other thing was more like because we're planning on having her do the crank, so we don't want her
the
to be like
crank.
dead on it. Yeah.
He doesn't have to drop the invisibility on Anvir in order to cast it on me. He can just continue with the same spell when we get over there.
All right, I think you guys are putting Robert to sleep, so we should probably execute.
All right, let's go.
I'll just do Anvir for now because I don't want to use a third.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead, give me stealth checks on your approach to the wall.
Oh my word, these
Four.
rolls!
Dear God.
Gosh, I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Anything to buff that, Nasira?
I'm not allowed to use inspiration after the roll, am I?
No, you couldn't use inspiration.
Then no.
Let me see if they notice you. Oh, luckily they
I mean,
do
when
not.
I say I rolled,
So
when I say I
as
rolled a
the-
3, it's a 13 on the dot. It was
Yeah,
just
I
a 3
know.
on
I
the
saw
dot.
your roll.
Hmm.
So as you are approaching, luckily the Cambion, as you say, you wait for them to kind of be mid-walk, and you would make it up to the wall before he turns, noticing you.
Oh
So
my
it'll be
word!
a
I can't
close
believe I
call,
got that.
though.
Yeah.
So yeah, you all make it up to the wall. You're underneath on the platform. Up above, you see the crank.
I think that demon had cataracts.
Did we determine that we had that oil?
Yeah, he gave
Yeah,
it to
I
you.
have,
Yes.
I have
Okay.
a flask.
Right,
Oh,
it did or
I'll
did
hand
not
it
spot
off.
us?
Did not. Well,
not.
you don't think it did. There was no alarm raised
Okay.
yet.
There was no reaction. Yeah. So we're flat up against the wall where they have to like lean over the wall and look straight down to see us, right?
Yeah, you're on the platform there with the
Okay.
ready to be raised. So Nasira is running up.
I'm gonna cast drop invisibility on Anvir and cast on her.
Oh,
Okay.
first.
all right.
And then
I'm just
I'm
huddled up into a ball.
gonna take that oil and start my ascent. I want to look for any like gears or pulleys along the way and put a little oil on them as I go. Can I do that or no?
I mean, you see a bunch of them. You could probably
Okay.
grab the wall for a moment, and you'd have to make an athletics check at that point, though, if you're holding on.
So there's lots and lots of different gears and pulleys along the way.
There's not lots. There's like maybe 4.
Yeah, let's risk it. What do I have to roll?
Athletics. DC would probably be 10. It doesn't look like it's too difficult because there are like little outcroppings of stone that you could grab onto. So
Okay.
first I need a stealth check as you're trying to move up the wall unseen. Okay.
Do I have
Remember,
advantage?
you do
when I'm-
have inspiration. Oh, you're invisible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're far enough away that the noises you make wouldn't matter as much, so I'll give you advantage.
Okay. And then you said athletics for to stopping and coding the pulleys, right?
Yeah, so you get to the first
gonna-
two, stopping
gonna
your
use-
run.
Okay, I'm gonna use inspiration. I have 9 points, so I'm gonna subtract 1 and use inspiration for this.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So unfortunately, the dice hate you, and as you grab the rock breaks and you go careening back down, give me a what is
I
it?
don't think it matters.
Acrobatics. Oh wait, you have slow
Oh,
fall, right?
acrobatics?
You have the monk slow
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
So that is. Oh yeah. So you're like, whoa, like you're falling backwards, and you do like this crazy backflip, and like kind of grab the wall as you're coming down, and just land on the platform, and maybe do like a tuck and roll.
Okay.
And then I start over again.
Sigh, with some frustration. Everyone's kind of staring at you.
My bad, guys. My bad, guys. I got this.
Or I guess you're invisible, so they didn't see
Yeah.
that. They just sort
They
of
just
thump,
hear,
and they're
like-
like, "Oh crap, what happened?" Like, I'm
All
okay. I'm okay.
All right,
Question.
I started good.
Question: does blind sight go through invisibility?
Yes.
It would.
Yes.
So yeah, you
Then
would.
yes, I
you
see
would.
that.
You would see her tuck and roll at the very bottom. All right, go ahead. Give me another stealth check.
Oh my god!
All
At least I got
right.
advantage.
You do have
He's-
advantage,
Wow.
luckily.
All right.
Though, yeah. All right. I'll say. Luckily, the distance between you and the guards would make the sound you're making less audible. So go ahead. Give me another athletics check.
All right, I'm subtracting another inspiration point. Oh my fucking god!
All right. So you can you don't think you are going to be able to grab on here? Do you want to just keep running or fall again?
I'm gonna keep running.
All right. So you get to the next two gears. Go ahead and give me another athletics check.
Subtracting another inspiration point. Seems like
Okay.
I'm just throwing these to the wind.
All
Okay,
right,
that's a
so
little better. 17.
that time you managed to cling to the wall for a moment as you kind of sprinkle like on the two gears,
Okay.
which they do look a little slicker now. Might run a little bit better.
And then I go ahead and run.
And
the
there
rest
is
of
a
the way.
guard up here, so there's no advantage on this stealth check. There's a possibility he could hear you. I need one more
All right.
stealth check. All right.
Ha!
So yeah, that time you kind of like very gracefully ford over the top of the wall there and just land with a little roll. But yeah, no one sees you or detects you.
So I'm gonna wait till the guard moves away, and then I'm gonna douse the winch in the remaining oil.
All right.
And then when the guards are at their patrol points that are they're furthest from the winch, I will begin winching, if that's a word.
All right. So you start a winching, which is making some noise. But yeah, well. Give me a strength check because this isn't as easy as you didn't get both of the things oiled. That was a pretty good idea.
Oh, I was doing the oiling for sound, but I guess it